All right, guys, I'm going to be reading for a lot of
ladies
this.
and gentlemen.
I don't even know what that is. This is just troll.
It's fine. It's fine.
You're good.
Well, I mean, there's just too many lies in there. There's just too many lies.
Unified Police Department.
It could be hard just because how many lies there's in
Special
there.
Prosecutors Unit brought several charges here today against 2 individuals, Mr. John Paul, Mr. Yuno, Sykk. Their claim is that on Monday, the 20th of December, 2021, a black and colored Frogger helicopter, they allege, was witnessed hovering low to the ground in front of MRPD momentarily before taking off. They claim that within the next 10 minutes, the same helicopter was seen returning to the MRPD parking lot and landed atop the parking attendant's booth. Their claim is then that an individual was observed maneuvering between seats in the helicopter and holding a round, disc-shaped object. They then state that the individual climbed into the seat adjacent to the open door of the helicopter and was witnessed throwing the above-mentioned object at a Crown Victoria Police interceptor, which exploded on impact. The police claim that then the helicopter immediately fled the scene with the police chasing them, and the police claim that eventually the helicopter ended up in the Mirror Park tunnels with the apprehension of both the pilot and the perpetrator who threw the explosive device.
Huh?
As a result, the police are charging one John Paul with terrorism and one Yuno Sykk with accomplice to terrorism. There are some underlying charges, but they are being disregarded.
How do you fit a helicopter in a tunnel?
We are only looking at terrorism and accomplice to terrorism.
I'm so confused.
Now, there have been several entries of evidence of arrest reports and a couple photographs. We will go over those during the trial, but at this time, I would like to hear opening statements from the prosecution and the defense. And if the defendants themselves wish to say some words on their behalf, I will allow that. That is their right. Their attorneys may guide them if they want to do that. Or
I want to ask them how you fit a helicopter in a tunnel, just as a... Not even our helicopter, or any of them. Just how do you fit a helicopter in a tunnel? I don't know how that works. I don't think it fits.
Your Honor, can we entertain pre-trial motions before we begin with opening statements?
Okay, what motion?
Your Honor, one of the witnesses has passed away, and we'd like to strike any testimony or photographs related to that witness.
Your Honor, rebuttal to that.
Okay.
According to federal rules, evidence rule 803 states that the death of an individual is an exception to the rule of hearsay.
May we rebut that?
If they die, that means it's true, or what?
Huh?
The hearsay exception is to a dying declaration, and Mr. Leisman did not pass away as he was telling this to the officers.
Ooh, Dan, this guy's pretty good.
To add to that as well, Your Honor, Mr. Leisman is not a police officer. He's not law enforcement, so his testimony and evidence should be found the same as any other civilian in the city, not a police officer.
Shit.
So here's
ouch.
I'm
what the
fine on
fuck?
this. Here's what's going to happen here. I am not going to take Mr. Leisman's statement as gospel. I am not going to stipulate to the idea that everything in it is true, or that the photographs are perfect representations that came from a police officer. I will weigh them accordingly. I'm not going to strike them entirely because this is Los Santos, and in terms of the federal rules of evidence, well, it would not be good for anyone if we went down that road of arguing minutia. So here's what's going to happen here. I am going to look at the evidence, I'm going to listen to testimony, and I'm going to make a fair ruling based
That's
on
important, though.
And what the police can prove or not prove. Mr. Leisman's statement is not proof. Is that clear?
I'm okay with that, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Understood, Your Honor.
Okay, then we will move forward. The evidence as submitted will stand. I will weigh it accordingly as I've already reflected. We will hear the opening statement from the prosecution from Mr. Sam Bass.
If anyone brings up the fact of what he said to them,
and gentlemen of the court,
have that stricken as hearsay.
No, wait, Your Honor, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
This is just the specifics, and it's a really, really small thing. Could you please repeat the end of your statement or the end of the report? The thing with the tunnel, could you please go over that thing? I don't think I heard it properly. I want to take some notes.
Sure. It says right here, the police allege that the helicopter immediately fled the scene and the police pursued it, and they state that eventually it ended in the Mirror Park tunnels, meaning the pursuit ended in the Mirror Park tunnels, with the apprehension of both the pilot and the person who threw the device.
Okay, so according to the statement, a helicopter was able to fly inside of a tunnel.
No,
He said
no,
the
no.
pursuit, so that means
No,
we
the
could have changed
pursuit
vehicles.
ended. They're specifically talking about the pursuit. So if like someone left a car
Well,
during
try
a
not to
car
pull
chase
too much out
and
right
they
now.
dove into the
Okay,
water,
I'm just wondering how that. I want to hear what they're saying about it.
We
'Cause-
can press on that.
Yeah,
general
yeah, I
question, just don't pull it out. too
Yeah,
much
yeah,
before
you're
they'll-
right.
they'll
But
work
I'm
it.
just-
I take your point accordingly. I
it wasn't
understand
important for me to
what you're
understand what that
getting
meant because I feel like
at here,
they
and I will
misworded
make a
that really badly.
note of the way the
They
statement's
did.
written.
Which was something that we can press on later.
That should have been like a 3 fucking paragraph line right there, but instead of the 1 line, I don't know.
Can I start?
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Best. Thank you.
Once again, Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the court. Anarchy seeks to enshrine individuals' freedom through the state of lawlessness established in the absence of government authority. What is the best way to create anarchy, you say? Well, installing fear in the public. How do you do that? You create fear by attacking the people who protect and care for society.
Who is he talking to?
Try to destabilize and devastate the body dedicated to keeping the
Like
people
everyone,
safe in
I
the
don't
city of
know.
Los Santos. While it's true the actions of the police at times upset and offend the delicate constitution of few. However, there's little doubt that their protocol are established can affect the ability to protect the community at large. So what happens now when the police is the victim and victimized? What happens to their rank, their file, and their equipment when they're destroyed? What happens when the capacity to patrol and enforce the law is disabled? Police are required to turn inward. As the analogy goes, one must fix his oxygen mask before placing somebody's or assisting somebody's, oxygen mask on.
What the
during,
fuck is
an
he talking
airplane,
about?
for
What is this?
What is
not
this
the
case about? I don't know what's going on right now.
If one wishes to weaken, reform, abolish the police force, be it for entertainment, personal gain,
Is this
You
about
actually want
benefit
to
of
know?
a
Or is he just
small
giving us
Do
subsector
you
society,
actually want to know where he's going with
Yes,
this?
anarchy
He's
is the
trying to
best way to
say
do it.
that attacking the police force is
the best way
inherently
to
a
accomplish
political
these
act.
goals to undermine the public trust and the institution of police department by making them doubt the police ability to keep them safe and to keep the public safe. By forcing these numbers to turn inward, taking these officers off the streets and not keeping the safe public, they decide to defuse a bomb left at the Mission PD. This is precisely what happened when Jean Paul and Yuno Sykk did that on December 20th, 2021, when they ignored ATC communication and valid PD airspace by taking a helicopter to Mission PD, then lobbing explosive at exposed Crown Victoria, causing destruction, confusion, and chaos. Thank you.
The man said what?
All right, thank you, prosecution.
Something about a helicopter.
Defense
that was
counsel, would
long-winded.
you like to present an opening statement?
Crane,
think-
before we do the opening statement, I've got a question. How many times till I get contempt?
Oh, Reggie, come on.
Times of what, Reggie?
Yeah.
Like how many outbursts do I get before I get contempt?
Depends on the outburst.
Can I ask what?
Okay.
Is that
Quinn
the
is a
same
good
rule
judge,
for the
you don't-
gallery?
Don't go
Yeah, I just
overboard.
wanted to keep
He'll
the
be
opening
fine.
Short and sweet.
Is that the same
Can
rule for
I?
the gallery? Or
I
just
just
go
wanted
for
to
it,
ask
Reggie. If you're
Bass
feeling it,
I'm
go
not
for
going to
it.
hear from the peanut
I just wanted to
gallery.
ask
People
Bass-
who are
Bass
past
who
the
asked.
bar.
Yeah, me
they're the
too.
ones who should be speaking.
That's what I've been
Back
asking.
There, you should not.
I think if
Alright,
you say
good,
objection,
okay,
who asked,
making sure.
it's not contempt.
Oh my god.
I'm saving that for later.
Oh yeah, say that. for
All right,
me.
defense
Okay, all right.
counsel, you can
Okay,
present
am
your
I
opening
allowed?
when ready.
Am I
Go
allowed
for it.
now,
Make sure
Reggie?
you-
Who's
Just
opening the
Keep it short
can?
and sweet.
Make sure you mention about the current terrorism charges and how it doesn't fit the bill. All right, you don't need to read
I
out
mean-
terrorism charge. Crane's not shooting.
Yeah. Let's just avoid almost everything because I don't know
Do you
what the
even
fuck.
read my last sentence?
Yeah, I don't
It
know.
literally says that we will show here today prosecutors do not have the evidence for the charges they allege.
Oh shit! What the hell did you just
Oh,
say?
I'm sorry. Did I rap God again? God
Oh,
damn
don't
it.
Shit,
act
man.
like you can't talk that quick.
Okay, I can tell that quick, but she's Irish though, so it's like fucking. That was like Egyptian fucking.
No, it sounded like Gaelic. Yeah,
No.
I know. It doesn't sound like it's
You've
English.
got
I'm
this.
sorry.
Just make sure you specifically say how it doesn't fit the current charge. All right. Then we'll hit on everything else through the questions and closure.
Okay. Alright, I got it.
Man,
Thank
You got it.
Man, she's speaking hieroglyphs or some shit.
It's good. If they don't understand it,
sorry
they
for
can't
sounds
argue
like you,
against
Honor.
it.
You're
That's
not
just how
wrong.
it works.
Let's go sit down.
We are here today to ensure the rights of the individuals are preserved and maintained. Our rights to due process are of utmost importance in preserving the very integrity of the fabric of society. Without the delineations of what actions would disavow us of some of our rights to the penal system, there is lawlessness and chaos. We will show here today that the prosecution, within the evidence, simply does not have the evidence for the charges, terrorism, that they allege.
I mean, any charges, any all of them. Fuck. Oh shit.
Well, they're only going for
Well,
terrorism.
you're
they're
being
only
charged with
going for
terrorism.
terrorism.
right?
Alright.
That's it.
Thank you for
That's
your
it.
Not for the
opening
cars and
statement.
shit.
Nope.
No,
not
It's
for
just
the-
terrorism.
Oh,
Yeah, just terrorism.
We keep
Yeah,
it short
that's
and
why
sweet.
we're
We
just
don't want to give
harping
too
on
much
that.
shit. Yeah, we don't want to give too much shit away.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
Vince,
Shut up,
are you ready to go?
In short, what Bass
we're
just
ready
did
to
was
go,
just
right?
give us his whole fucking gameplay. So he fucked up. That's why you keep it short.
Okay. Wait, let's say they don't get terrorism.
They're
and
they're trying to prove that you destabilize the PD.
Yeah.
So they want to get that added.
let's say,
Yeah, by
let's say
taking a
that
car
somehow
out of
I admitted
rotation.
to like
Alright, prosecution.
everything, right?
We'll go ahead.
But it
and
doesn't
hear
have
your
the
first
terrorism.
witness.
Does that mean I get nothing, or did they change the charges to that?
No, they'll change the charges.
Oh, fuck all that. No, no.
We gotta go for
They've been
nothing.
told
Yeah,
from
yeah,
the
Hail
Senate
Mary.
that they're gonna change
Yeah,
the
Hail
charges.
Mary, Hail Mary, Hail Mary.
All or nothing. All or nothing.
Yeah, all or nothing, all or nothing, all or nothing.
Whoop.
Stuck on the chair.
First witness, Your Honor, Detective Demi Black.
All right, Ms. Black, you can approach the
Reggie, I
stand.
feel like it's dependent on the judge.
Wait,
Right? Some
who?
judges drop it down, some drop it entirely.
No, all judges have been told from the
Wait,
Senate
who?
to reduce charges now.
You're about to find
Yeah,
out right
it's
now, Mr.
stupid.
Paul. Don't worry.
I hate that.
Who the fuck is that?
I hate it
That ruins
too.
double
I already said
jeopardy
my
shit.
piece on that.
Okay, can I file a complaint somewhere, or a review, or like a letter, or an affidavit?
No, this has
or
come
like a
from
All right,
the
Ms.
Senate.
Black, you
Goodbye.
raise your left hand,
never
and my
mind, there's
bailiff,
nothing I
Pete
can do.
Shingle, will swear you in accordingly.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty?
Alright, so
of
whatever she
every
says has to
civil
match
penalty?
this.
Yes, I do. Thank you.
All right, Miss Black, you may have a seat. Sam Bass, when you're ready to proceed with questioning, go ahead.
Hello, Demi. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
Can you please state your name and your rank for the record?
My name is Demi Black, and I'm an officer within the Los Angeles Police Department.
Perfect. Were you on duty on December 20th, 2021?
Yes, I was.
Did you receive any calls regarding any ATC violations that day?
I don't think so. I don't remember actually.
Where were you on that day?
I was
person like a
working,
police officer? Who
but
is this?
prior to this incident, I was in the garage of MRPD.
And then what happened?
If she speaks about the other
So
guy,
I was in the garage of
Objection.
MRPD. I heard a large
Who's the
explosion.
other guy?
the dead guy.
I went outside to the upper
dead
parking
guy,
lot
right.
to see what
Her
was going
testimony
on.
in the report is about the
I
other
saw my
guy.
burnt up
Get ready.
PI, and I also saw
Alright,
a
alright. We
policeman
yell it out.
outside by the parking lot booth. He was the only person in the area, so I went to go talk to him about what happened. He told me that he saw a man with blonde hair. throwing-
Objection. Your Honor.
Objection, yo.
Hearsay.
Okay.
Objection.
I thought we talked about the hearsay rule, Your Honor, when it comes to the Federal Rule of Exception.
Before
Hey,
you get
hey,
to
Bass,
speak,
Bass,
we did
we
the objection.
haven't even
yeah,
said anything.
yeah, we did the objection. We get to speak first.
I got this. I got
Yeah,
this.
okay, you got it.
All right. Your Honor, I would like to object to that as hearsay, as we spoke about before. Paul Leisman is now deceased. Unfortunately, he's not in the courtroom and he is not a police officer. So anything that has been said would then fall under hearsay.
And
He's not here for us to cross-reference.
they didn't get the statement in the report either. It's not there. I don't see him in
It
there.
is in the
I think a
report.
sidebar would be best.
Yeah,
for
That doesn't matter.
I think her.
I don't think we need a sidebar at all.
Nope.
Your Honor, can I rebuttal?
Fuck no.
All right, we'll have a sidebar. Come up here, Reggie.
Fuck.
Okay.
Fuck no. Guys, they could say that the guy just saw a unicorn. Yo, for all we know, they could say that this guy, Paul Lesman, saw a fucking unicorn, okay, and he embarked on the leprechaun's back, and we fucking threw a pot of gold in the MRPD for all that. What the fuck is this guy on about, man?
No, he was saying
I have no idea.
They
What
can't
are they all
use
doing
this
now?
fabrication, bro.
of not allowing people who
Yeah,
have
they
died.
didn't even get the explosive right.
Yeah, and this guy's testimony and whatever is not even in the report. So how are they gonna speak for a dead guy?
Yeah. How's that gonna work?
How's that gonna work? Oh yeah.
Like,
By the
I
way,
think we're out of here, man.
our driver was Mickey Bangkok from fucking Japan, and the motherfucker
Yeah.
he died. But his testimony says the police threw an RPG at our helicopter. Is that gonna work here, bro?
I thought we were sticking to the story. We didn't have a helicopter.
I'm just saying if the
Oh yeah,
would've went that story.
if we did though, but we didn't have a helicopter. But if we did,
All right. See, this is a free win. I'm telling you, they can't use that.
this is easy. We win for sure. We're just wasting our time because we're out of here. I mean,
Yeah.
what are they doing right now? Is this part of it?
Sidebar. Basically, they're arguing the basis of hearsay in accordance to the guy who passed away, and in accordance to the state laws that do not normally apply. But since he's not going to argue minutia, they have to count it in. We'll see if that passes or not. Though.
Right.
Yeah, because it's minutia is like the really small things, really small details that this city doesn't really like. It's kind of hard to counter that, right? Like it's kind of like it's kind of like it's a little bit like arguing scuff a little bit, kind of like that.
It's like stalling and stuff.
Yeah, I think the way I see it's kind of like saying, "Hey man, I picked up items from your pockets. Oh, can you prove that it's my pockets and not yours in picture?" Well, when you take the picture, you see that it's yours. You know what it is. It's not like a label
I
that's
get what you're
yours.
saying.
Yeah, it's like
Right.
Yeah, it's minutia.
Oh, we're gonna be fine. You've
Yeah.
done this a lot. It sounds like.
Oh no, these guys are fucking toast like a chicken.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So here's the big play. All right. We counter sue them with terrorism because they're terrorizing us.
Yeah, true.
For wasting our time.
True.
With such an easy win court case.
Yeah, because if
They're terrorizing innocent citizens like us.
ideologically they're trying to derail our mindset into
It's working.
They're trying
Causes
to
mental harm.
trying to terrorize citizens because we don't want to be here.
Yep.
All right.
It
so
makes so much
we're gonna
sense.
resume questioning. The last answer was what happened. She said only one person in the area
Somebody
talked to
get
him.
the
He
door,
told me he
man,
saw a man with
please.
blonde hair. You can continue your answer, ma'am, of what he told you. As I described in the sidebar, this is going to have limited value. It will not control my decision.
Okay. So I'm good to continue.
Go ahead, yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right. So, sorry. Where did I leave off? Oh yeah. So I was talking to Paul outside about what happened. He said that there was a helicopter, and that he saw a guy with blonde hair inside the helicopter throwing something. He said he was throwing something round from inside the helicopter, and then mentioned that the person switched seats.
Outside the
I don't
helicopter.
know what seats they switched to.
The report
and
says
also
outside the
that
helicopter, not inside the helicopter.
photographs of
Can
the
we object to that?
That's true.
helicopter And the individuals inside.
Objection. What kind of objection is that?
Yes, sir.
Facts not on evidence.
Uh,
States otherwise.
whatever she says. What does it say?
He said facts.
Facts and evidence. Facts on evidence, bro.
Facts not in evidence. Sorry, hold on.
Facts, no evidence. Objection, yo.
I can't speak up. Hold on a second.
not
Not
evidence,
related
bro.
to the pictures.
Oh no, I'm trying to read the evidence that I have that's given to me here, and her in her report it states that it was from let me read this up. It was from outside the helicopter, but she states it was from inside the helicopter. So the testimony of a dead guy says outside, and she says inside. So which one is it? Can we get a precision on that?
Okay. So, Mr. Paul, here's, and I'll give you a little help here because I know you're not an attorney. The question you're answering is something you want to ask her on cross-examination. It's not an objection. You get to cross-examine her and ask her questions, and when you and your attorneys get to ask her question, you can challenge her on that assertion. Okay?
Okay.
All right, perfect.
So,
Thank you.
oh, I don't
Ma'am.
get it.
Paul
I don't
said
get
you
it.
were
With
inside.
the
Bison said you were outside.
Pictures that Mr. Policeman gave it to you.
No, I'm reading the report right now.
I uploaded them into the MDW report about it.
He said
How many pictures
outside
did
the
you-
helicopter. She says from the inside the helicopter.
And then what'd you do afterwards?
After
She's just
I talked to
lying.
Paul, I went back to the parking lot because I saw what had blown up was my car. That was the source of the explosion. My car was all burnt and crispy. So I took a bunch of pictures of my CVPI, which I also put in the report, as well as checked the area for evidence, where I found the pin to a grenade on the ground.
So is it C4 or grenade? Which one is it? Is there a pin on a fucking C4? I don't think
The
so.
report says a
C4.
C4.
Also mentioned a tweet.
Can I do the objection thing? Objection, motherfucker!
Don't object. No, don't object.
Fucking fuck.
We
Okay.
need to use this to
After
cross-reference.
that,
Okay.
well, that was basically the
alright?
extent of my involvement with the situation.
Chill.
Was just cataloging the photographs.
Because then we pull
the
apart her
evidence on
statement
scene.
with it, all right?
I didn't have a car to pursue anybody because it had blown up.
Detective Black, you're part of the special crime unit. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you typically deal with explosives on a daily basis?
Yes, especially lately.
Would you call a C4 or grenade a weapon of mass destruction?
Absolutely.
What?
Thank you. No further, Your Honor.
Wait, what?
A grenade is a what?
All right, defense counsel, if you have any questions you want to ask Miss Black.
Is Reggie
Yeah,
okay?
I have a question. Can I ask Mrs. Black? Hey, yo.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, she didn't say yes.
Yeah.
It's just a general question. I need to be on point today. I need to have precision about everything so I know what's going on here. All I ask is, the report says numerous times C4, and this guy says grenade, and you say pin. So can I ask which one is it?
Well, the pin is part of the grenade, so that's the
All
same.
we heard at the time was an explosion.
That's not what I asked. Can I get an answer, please, to my question?
Well, I'm trying to answer.
Well, no, I gave you a straight up question. I would
Let
rather
her finish.
have
She's about
a
to say she
straight
doesn't
up
know.
answer, bro.
She's about to say she
Objection,
doesn't
Your
know.
Honor. He's badgering the witness.
What?
We're allowed to. We're
okay.
actually allowed to badger the witness because the witness is actually
it's-
inherently hostile.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
She's
on.
not answering my question. It's a simple
That is
question.
not. That is not how that works, Reggie.
It is too. You're
No,
not
it is
sorry.
not. No, it is not. So
Okay.
here, now get the frog out of your throat. All right.
Okay.
Miss
I'm.
Black. Mhm.
You see, my question
Miss
is good.
Black,
Even he's gonna
I
ask.
believe
Jingle,
Mr.
fuck off.
Paul has asked which one is
Excuse
it.
me?
If you do not have an answer to that, you can just say I couldn't be certain at the time. But you know, let's let her answer John Paul to the best of her ability, and if she doesn't answer your question, then I won't weigh her testimony as strongly. Okay?
Oh, Your Honor, can I one more thing? The only thing I'm trying to avoid is her rambling about other stuff and trying to sway the court.
Understood.
Okay.
Understood.
Fair enough.
I will respond accordingly. Don't worry.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead, ma'am.
Okay. At the time, all we heard was an explosion, so we weren't sure what it was. We couldn't determine the source of it until I was able to process the scene in which I found the pin to a grenade. Before, all we had to work on was there was a large explosion and something being thrown, so we were uncertain.
Ask her
what
why
was
she
the
wrote
process of
C4.
evidence.
Why is she making
Okay.
something up if she
I
doesn't
have, I
know?
have a
question.
I have a response.
Why would
go
she
ahead.
Let me
write
ask this
C4
one
if
first.
she
You got
doesn't
this.
know?
I'm done.
I have a question. Did you process the scene before or after the report was written?
I processed it before the report was written.
No
I gathered
sh-
all the evidence.
Absolutely
I wrote
no
my
shot.
Statement, and then I put the evidence in there.
Okay,
She's
well,
lying.
so
No
you-
shot. Absolutely no shot.
I have a question
Sorry.
for her also. Is that
Okay. Come on, hurry up. Ask your question so I can continue on my
like
role.
if you didn't know what it was, why did you write C4? Are you just gonna put specific details when you don't know the specifics? It's not very trustworthy.
Objection,
I
Your Honor.
made a
Nobody mentioned
Okay.
C4. Where is this coming from?
Yeah, you did.
On
they're
the
referring to the
official
report, Bess.
statement.
Can I open that?
Whose
real quick?
official statement?
Read
is
your
that?
own
Because-
report before talking shit, Bass. Thank you.
Mr. Paul,
Read
you're
your
questioning the
own
wrong cop about
report,
their statement,
brother.
So you're asking the wrong questions, the wrong person.
Okay, can you all just shut the fuck up for a minute? All
I
right, thank
never
you.
mentioned
Perfect.
Before.
Okay, so here's
Well, you
here's the
guys are
thing,
swearing.
right? Is and I understand where we're coming from with this, guys, but please let me handle it.
Yeah,
She
you
didn't
got
write
this.
C4. It was put in the report as C4, which is something that I'm pointing to because one of the idiots over there decided to write C4.
You got it.
And apparently they didn't actually talk to the explosives expert.
Okay, you lead. You lead.
So that's a
Your
fuck up
Honor,
on their end.
Your Honor, at this point in time, I'd like to object to this question.
Your
to
Honor, who the
relevance
fuck is this guy?
Based,
I'd like
based
to
on the
request-
grounds.
Wait, stop. That's
Can I
enough.
finish my
relevance on you?
objection?
Who asked?
All right,
Okay.
Reggie.
I haven't asked
Reggie,
a
shut
question.
the fuck up when somebody's being
Red, no,
asked. Thank you.
Bass, I will contempt your ass just like anyone else. You are
That's fine.
not the boss in this courtroom, all right?
Okay,
I
well,
don't need your help.
apologies, Your Honor. We
Now,
will stand
Reggie,
down.
Reggie, I don't need your help either, okay? I will mediate. You will do your jobs. Thank you. Mr. Thoreau, the question is relevant. They are trying to probe the accuracy of the testimony that's being discussed. Now, I have it here very clearly that Mr. Paul, Mr. Sykk, and Reggie have all pointed out that they have questions about the timeline as well as what explosive and why the police stated things they did, whether that's her or other member. I have taken the point. Reggie, do you have other questions for this witness?
What we do, Your Honor?
Okay, proceed.
Ms. Black, when did you become an explosives expert?
I never said that I was an expert. I'm just knowledgeable on it, but I wouldn't say that I know everything in the world about explosives. I just kind of know what I deal with.
I thought he asked when and not fucking all this bullshit she's saying.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I don't
And
really know.
Before, when Bass asked you if a C4 or a grenade is a weapon of mass destruction, can you please give in your own testimony as an expert what a weapon of mass destruction would be, what it would do?
Objection, Your Honor. It's an opinion of a lay person.
Opinion of a layperson. Didn't you just state that she was an explosives expert?
I
Isn't
never
that the
said that.
avenue
I
you're
said-
going on?
Stop. Bass, you cannot get up there and ask someone about what explosive it was, and in your opening statement state that it's...
Irony.
I don't even think you need to entertain it, Your Honor.
Hold on.
I can translate. I think Mr. Crane meant to say, please be quiet, Baldy.
Bass, if you ask her, would you consider a C4 or a grenade a weapon of mass destruction, you are inherently asserting that she has the expertise to answer that question. If then Reggie gets up here and wants to ask questions about weapons of mass destruction and what they do, you can't then object opinion of a layperson, or else you want me to strike your earlier question as well. You can't
That's
have
fine.
it both
I'll
ways.
withdraw my objection, Your Honor. That's fine.
Okay. Go ahead and answer.
Can you ask the question again? I'm sorry.
What would be a weapon of mass destruction and what would it do?
Well, in the confines of Los Angeles, I would consider an explosive device like a grenade, C4, bombs, anything like that, weapons of mass destruction, because they do cause mass destruction on a daily basis to the members of police, our equipment, the city around us. Any kind of explosive device that has the capabilities of doing that, which includes a grenade, is something I would include as a weapon.
You can do that with fucking... Dude.
Okay. Now, would you classify a nuclear bomb as a weapon of mass destruction?
I wouldn't say so, but I've never personally encountered one, I guess. So
You can do that with
yeah,
gas.
Okay. Would you say that there's different grades of, in your word, of a weapon of mass destruction?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Was there any craters left in the ground of MRPD from any explosives?
No.
Okay. Was the car still somewhat intact and be able to be repaired mechanically to be able to be used?
Objection. Just, Your Honor, I'm going to do a general objection to that question.
That's not a general objection at all. Your rebuttal to that, Your Honor, is I'm just seeing if the car is still in circulation.
Your
If
Honor,
it's a weapon of mass destruction used on it, it wouldn't.
Both of you stop.
Damn.
I've got the point. I
They're
understand
gonna
your
be on
point
blast
of view,
for
Reggie.
fucking repairing their
We
cars
have
like a
gone
bunch of
beyond the
bitches.
realm of relevance. The point has been exhausted. Move forward to something else.
Give me one moment, Your Honor.
There's not even anything in the penal code for terrorism that deals with the... Just move forward.
Which is what I'm trying to get to, Your Honor, because you're smart enough to notice that's the kind of avenue that they're
Exactly,
going
so
to.
I don't need it spoon-fed. You can keep going.
All right. What other questions do you have for us, Simon?
Did she check the ground at MRPD before the incident? Like, how
Okay,
does she know
go
the
for it.
grenade pin
Go
wasn't
ask.
there?
Go ask.
What's the question?
I need to think about food. I'm getting hangry.
Brother, the picture she took of the evidence,
Miss
she
Black?
cropped out the time on it.
Hello. When you parked your car in the parking lot at MRPD,
Why did he crop the
did
time?
you search the
There's
parking
no
lot
timestamp on this.
exhaustively for any evidence of any possible crimes or explosions?
Objection, Your Honor. Asked and answered.
This is before the
It
incident.
has not been asked and answered. He's saying when
DNA.
she parked her car. He's basically trying to establish whether or not there was already an explosive pin on the ground when she parked there, and it was not.
Where's the
linked to her car being
time?
blown up? So he can ask the question. It has not been asked and answered.
Yeah, yo, Reggie, I just checked the evidence. There's no time on there. Why do they crop the timeouts? Now we can't even know when this picture was taken.
Because the time is hard to state
No, I
in
didn't
the city
thoroughly
sometimes.
scour
No,
you
it's
know?
not. No, it's not. You can really,
You
when
look
you,
at the time at the moment.
brother,
I get what you mean, linking.
I
to
have
the pictures,
stolen.
I get that.
Okay, no, listen. I have stolen PV equipment before, like a fucking camera, and taking pictures of it. They
And
tell the
how
time
long
on
were
it.
you in the building
Unless you
between
crop
when
them
you parked
out.
your car and when you came back out?
I have no idea.
This could have been taken fucking days after.
I don't remember.
Understood.
So
Thank you.
there should be date stamped, aren't there?
Nope,
I
nope,
can't
there's
remember
none.
what it used to be.
Nope, there's none. Zero.
No, I'm
Anything else?
saying if you
Anything
use
else?
one as the
Anything
date
else?
stamp.
No, I got nothing left.
What did she state to? One moment, Your Honor. What did she
She
say
said-
to searching it?
She said no, she didn't search when she parked the car.
Okay. Follow-up question you should be asking is if grenades have been thrown at MRPD previously. Not that day, just in
Oh,
general.
I wouldn't ask that. I wouldn't go there.
What? Is that not a part of? Oh, yours wasn't Hell Week shit. No,
Oh,
don't ask that then.
no, brother,
Yeah, no,
listen,
you're
yeah,
right.
yeah.
We'll leave that.
We're talking about
Anything
hundreds
else?
here.
Nah, just let it go. No, I'm just asking, like, if it was a part
All
of
right,
Hell Week.
Your
or
Honor,
was
no
it
further
something else?
questions.
Okay, any
If it was a Hell
redirect.
Week thing, then there could have been something else.
Shit.
One moment, Your Honor.
Yes, that's true. There's a grenade being thrown 3 times a day. But
Yes,
Cross
but
David's gonna ask.
We're getting fucking flashbanged in here, bro. Yeah, probably.
I have a question, Your Honor. Demi.
Oh my god.
Oh, this guy.
That's the baldy.
Detective Black. Would you say having your Crown Vic blown up to crisp would affect your ability to patrol the city?
What the fuck? He's gonna go with this
I couldn't
bullshit again.
respond to anything that happened afterwards.
That's not true.
we
Because
should have
my car
asked if
was
she can
blown
double
up.
up.
How does this affect your ability to protect the public?
Well, if the public's getting shot at or attacked,
I have a question.
or stuck in
I have a question
MRPD,
about this. Fuck it
I
then.
can't really do much to help save them.
you can't. This is.
Thank you. No further.
This is. We don't get further questions.
Let me ask.
Yeah, we can
Mr.
recall
Mr.
her and
Crane,
ask another question after.
am I-
We can
Hold
just
on.
recall
Yeah,
it.
go
No,
ahead,
no,
what's
we'll
up?
recall
Am I
it.
allowed a question at this time?
No, there is no recross.
Okay.
Yeah, we just got a recall.
You'll get your chance with other witnesses. Go ahead, Mr. Thoreau.
We can mark her for recall after. Don't worry.
Nah, it's I can ask one of her colleagues that's a police officer the same thing, and it'll be the same. I wanna ask if they pull other cars and if they are
During
allowed to use other cars in their
your
own
testimony, you referred that you received photographs.
'Cause I know they do.
from
They do 100%.
Paul Leisman, right?
Yeah, the other chef's available to answer to.
Taking a look at the docket, just to confirm, the people see the individuals
use
in
shared
those,
vehicles. They're
those
lying.
2 photographs listed there. Are these the photographs that you were given to by Mr. Leisman?
1 second. Sorry, I didn't have the docket open.
Is this scope?
Yeah, this
Did
is
they
scope.
talk about the pictures?
is
at all?
scope,
Do
sorry.
we want to object to this?
Your Honor, I'd like to object to scope and that. We didn't actually talk anything about the photos from Mr. Leisman.
That is actually accurate. They did not bring up the photos at all in their cross.
What we specifically
So
did
that
not.
would be out of scope for redirects, so that is sustained.
Understood, Your Honor.
Got out a mouthful of food.
No, it's all good. I think we can. I don't know. if
Your
we
Honor,
can recall it.
may I ask something?
Like you said, we can ask another officer. If
Marker,
they double
Marker
up
is
if there are
no
other
Marker is
cars.
I'm taking
recalled
notes up in here, man.
because she's apparently the expert
Disregard, never
in
mind.
explosives.
We
Okay.
have no further for redirect.
All
Your
right.
Honor.
Thank you, Miss Black. You may step down. Defense, are
Thank
you
you.
recalling Miss Black or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Miss Black, you are marked for recall. Please stick around.
Okay.
Next witness from the prosecution.
It's not pointless. They want to push terrorism is that we remove their ability to do their job as a police officer. But when there's 20 officers on
next
duty and they have 100
witness will
cars
be
that are shared,
Sergeant
they can
Bison.
pull them out over and over and over and over again. And their ability to do their job as a police officer is not hindered whatsoever. Therefore, the point of
So
terrorism
Bison
doesn't
said in
apply
the
there
report that
because they
he
can
saw
still
the-
perform their duties as
the
police
staff
officers.
members
Shut up.
Get out of the helicopter. He saw them throw a grenade, or whatever, throw something. We're gonna have the offset of policemen saying it came from the helicopter, and Bison saying it came
Please
outside
wait.
the helicopter.
Wait.
Simple
one
concept.
second. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole
I need some
truth,
food. I have a big ass
and
headache. I'm
nothing
about to
but
fucking
the
pass
truth,
out.
under penalty of perjury, so help you Satan? Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah.
Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you,
One second,
Big
Your Honor.
I am so distracted by the.
Oh, hell yeah. Hail Satan.
All right, I'm good.
Vince,
Done.
the prosecution saying Hail Satan.
Can't hear you if you're
They're the
talking
ones
fast.
guilty of terrorism.
Hey, Sergeant
That's
Bison,
what
how
it
are you?
is.
Hello. Good.
Good. Can you please state your
Good
name
point.
and the rank for the record?
Yeah, Sergeant Aaron Bison.
Were you on duty on December 20th, 2021?
I was.
Did you receive any calls pertaining to ATC violations that day?
I received calls from other officers about a helicopter in the area of
Question.
City.
What were you doing when you received this call over the radio?
I believe I was returning to Mission Row PD for repairs.
And what was the nature of this call?
That there was a low-flying helicopter in the area of Mission Row PD airspace.
If it came from another officer.
Does it? Well, let me ask you this, Sergeant Bison. You're a sergeant, you're a commanding member in Paleto
Sergeant.
Sheriff's Office. What is the Unified Police Department protocol for unidentified or unresponsive aircraft in PD airspace?
They don't have that.
There's a multitude of different ways. We try our best to get everything handled.
If it's in the
without
system
leading
as
to
a real
violence, so it's either
ADC
telling them to leave
thing.
the area, or they need to get out of the helicopter, and we'll handle the helicopter. Or if they
Yo,
don't listen to
I
it,
don't
then
see
we
any
shoot up the helicopter
ATC
so they can't
report
take off
or whatever in the evidence. It's just not there.
hurt other
Which
people.
is what we will talk about now.
Okay, fair enough.
Were you able to
We gotta pull apart
identify
the state.
anybody inside the helicopter?
Yeah, let's ask a lot of questions so that we don't not to lose our ability to examine properly. Otherwise, we can't like cross it again, right?
And another individual with a blue sweater.
So let's
and
go hard on this guy. Let's go hard on him.
Motorcycle helmet.
Did you see the helicopter leave Mission Row PD?
I did.
Sergeant Bison, can you reference the photo of the helicopter being titled "Photo of Suspect Number 1"?
Yeah, give me a second.
No, backseating. I'm helping, motherfucker. I have good points, man. Shut up.
You guys need to field these objections if there are any. I'm just writing
see
some
it.
things.
I was just in the closing.
I see an individual in a blue sweater and a motorcycle helmet. I see another individual in all
I'm
black
sorry,
with a
okay,
black
I'm just,
mask,
I
and
thought
then
I
John
one
Paul
more
in the back
sentence,
seat.
okay?
What is your experience
that's
with this Mr.
passenger. Oh, second one.
Your Honor, I'd like to object to relevance. It's also the fact that he's trying to leverage on anything that he's done criminally prior, which should not be brought into question in a criminal trial. There is no relevance to anything that he's had history with Mr. Paul.
All right. Well, let's see. He just said, is it your experience with him, which could go solely towards the probative value of his being able to ID him. So he can ask about it. If we go down a road that I think is going too far or becomes irrelevant, then I'll step in. Okay, Reggie?
Yeah, I'm trying to establish Your Honor, basically.
Your Honor,
That's-
I've got another objection then. My next objection then
Anything past
would
ID,
be
stop talking.
confusing.
Yep.
Because I asked a very broad question like you just stated.
Anything past IDing?
Well,
You'll be taking a
for the
multitude of
sake of
different
time, Reggie, for your client's sanity, let's not do the technical objections, okay?
This is well in line with my client's sanity, Your Honor. It is
Well,
a very
you might-
confusing question. I'm confused,
mean-
you're confused.
All right, okay. If you want to, all right. Best,
Let's do it.
ask a more direct question rather than just the
Hey, you guys
vagueness
got this,
of
I'm here.
sort of.
No,
general
yeah, it is a
experience.
landslide,
Let's
trust
target
me.
it to something.
Yeah, this is easy clap.
Have you had any encounters with Mr.
When-
Paul
when-
previously?
Who's talking? Who the fuck is this guy? Get the
what's
fuck
up,
out
son?
of here.
Again, Your Honor,
Who the
objection
fuck are you, sir?
Who
confusing.
the fuck are you?
How is that confusing? I'm trying to establish.
You
that
asked
Sergeant
us.
Bison-
You were just
I'm
asking
here
us
in order
a
to
direct
get you the fuck
question.
out of
You
here.
asked
I
a
did.
very
Yes
broad
or no
question,
question.
not a
my
short
client,
question.
sir.
Everybody in the court, shut the fuck up, please. I'm getting yelled at my
Yes.
ears behind me, please.
I'm gonna
I'm
make
sorry,
this go
this is
faster,
so loud,
Best.
it's too much.
He's literally wanting you to ask something direct, such as, "Have you ever arrested Mr. Paul?
That's
Have you ever anything like that?" Just
Okay.
saying encounters is what Reggie's
Specific.
objecting.
Yeah, I get that.
Direct.
He wants a yes or no question. I got that.
No, it's
Have
not
you
yes
ever
or
arrested
no.
Mr. Paul previously, Sergeant Bison?
Yes,
He's not
a
very
few
good at
times.
this.
Has anything stood out to you or caught your attention when dealing with Mr. Paul?
Again, I'm going to object.
I'll reject that
confusing.
question.
The question is too broad. Too broad.
What happened next, Sergeant Bison?
Again, confusing. What happened next with what?
We're talking about the helicopter
And
incident,
when?
Mr. PD.
Okay.
The narrative.
Well, you want to ask that in the actual question so it can be down on the court records?
Well, if you
correctly?
can stop interrupting me, I can get to that point.
Objections
no,
are interrupted.
the
I
question was
apologize.
over. He's being obtuse.
I respect the points you're making, but listen, let's let him get the questions out.
Nah, this is
If
not
they
fair
are
though. I don't like that though.
extremely probative,
They're not being fair
then
about this at all.
let's reserve our objection for those. But if we're just gonna sit here and make him rephrase
What happened is
6
too broad.
times,
The guy could say,
well, God,
"Oh,
Reggie,
he's
I
throwing
may
grenade
die
at."
before I issue
No,
a
don't let him
ruling,
talk.
okay?
He shouldn't. It is too broad.
Your Honor, the PD have had it too easy recently. I'm
I
going to make it hard on
understand and agree, but you're taking it a step too far. Dial it back 2 notches. You don't need to do the whole cycle with the air dry and the fluff. Maybe just do the, the normal dry rotation, okay?
Fuck that. Anyway, continue.
Okay, let's go back to the helicopter photo I mentioned.
Okay.
Were you able to identify anyone from the helicopter?
Not in the direct moment. I just saw an individual, like I described earlier. I just saw 2 individuals I described earlier.
What happened when the helicopter landed?
I witnessed it land on the parking attendant booth, and as I was calling it on a radio, I saw the individual with the blonde hair step out, pull something in his hand, and then throw it. And as soon as he threw it, I drew my gun, and then the vehicles blew up, and I opened fire on the helicopter.
Is there any evidence or casings of him shooting? Because he's lying. That didn't happen.
No, I called out the direction it was flying.
He's lying, literally, on the stand.
That may have been injured in the area of the parking area.
He did not shoot.
You guys didn't receive any fire
no further
upon
questions.
your helicopter for it?
No, I was not. I don't know what a helicopter is.
All right.
I wasn't there. I wasn't. I'm saying overall, as a general
Mr. Bison
statement,
now.
is there any evidence of him shooting?
Hello, Bison.
Hey Reggie, what's up?
Oh, living my best life.
He just ran up there.
Quick
I was-
questions for you there, Bison.
Hey, go for it.
Who was manning ATC on that day?
I don't know
I can tell
specifics.
just
It's
Reggie
just
just
usually
wants to do the
dispatch.
cross so hard.
Specifics. That's
Okay.
important. That's not
That's perfect.
specifics.
That answered my follow-up question. So dispatch usually man
Yeah,
ATC,
dispatch are
correct?
the ATC monitors, yeah.
Okay, was there dispatch on duty on that day?
There was, but I don't remember who.
Okay, did you get a statement from dispatch?
Me personally, no.
Okay. Are you aware of any officer got a statement from dispatch if they were the ones that would man ATC?
No, I'm unaware.
Okay, did you have any contact with ATC that day at all?
Like, did I go on ATC or did I talk to dispatch that was on ATC?
Did you talk to whoever was manning dispatch on
It is very
ATC
important.
that day while you're on duty?
I know dispatchers were giving call-outs from the ATC, from the ATC monitoring system, but otherwise, no, I didn't contact them directly.
Okay. And none of those were in regards to the
I'm
current
sorry,
situation that
let
we're
me
dealing
restate.
with, right?
I did ask them to monitor it, but other than that, no.
Okay. And which dispatch did you ask to monitor?
I don't remember which dispatch.
Guys,
specifically was. I
ATC is
remember I asked
recorded.
dispatch.
They were allowed to use a Twitch clip
All right.
with ATC saying
Now,
it verbally,
I'm unsure
not
how
in the
ATC
game.
works. Does ATC have their own channel?
But they didn't put in the evidence.
Let me.
Like, I don't need to get into like full-blown specifics of it or anything like that. I just need to know
As far as-
how
as
you
far
guys
as I'm
contact.
aware, it's not like a radio
But they
channel.
didn't.
Like you know how you can buy like radios from the U-Tool and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like that. It's more of like its own specific like radio for
Frequency,
helicopters.
right.
Yeah. Well, not
Okay, I get
frequency.
it.
It's like it's its own. Like,
I
separate
get
radio.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
Lady,
All
listen,
right.
I believe
And
ATC
then
is
what
like a
usually then
recorded
happens,
thing.
I'm guessing is
If they were,
that
if
you guys
this happened on ATC
contact
on recording, they would have been able to
dispatch.
submit that into evidence, right?
Yeah,
The
we'll
recording of it.
regarding the ATC.
If there's an unknown flying vehicle, we'll
I think the ATC is
contact
made up.
dispatch and have them try to communicate with the individual that's flying the vehicle.
All right. And just to double back, you weren't aware of any of that happening during this.
You know what I'm saying?
No, because I was just focused on getting to PD at the time.
Okay. And you said you couldn't identify the suspects in the helicopter other than someone having blonde hair, correct?
Yeah, I was focused on what he was throwing on the ground and then shooting at the helicopter. I wasn't focused on the face.
And did you notice Officer Black anywhere during this?
No, I was hyper focused on the explosions. I wasn't.
Okay. And where did you shoot from?
Like, where was I standing?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is gonna take a little bit of explaining. Is that okay?
Go for it.
Okay, so you know the road that goes in front of Mr. No PD that like leads into the parking area? If you park your car right in front of the bars that lead into the parking area, that is where I stopped my car and got out.
Okay. Are you aware if any evidence was collected from where you allegedly shot from?
Besides the evidence that was collected. Wait,
He's not wrong.
So I'm
that was
directly
my
relating
point.
to your
See,
case.
he told you he was gonna use that.
Pictures.
Oh no, I'm
Where
unaware
you were
if anybody
shooting.
collected my casing.
Okay. All right. Give me one moment.
Casings.
Yo, Reggie, come here.
Any other
Gee,
questions?
there's no evidence.
Yeah, I
there's
have
no
a question. I have a
evidence
question.
of the
I have a question.
casings.
I have a question.
We point to the
Is ATC a recorded radio station from the police? Do they record that? Yes, they do. 100%. Do they have a recording of that? They do not. And if they did, they would put in. They would have submitted it, right?
Yes! I mean, oh no!
The jewelry store.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, no!
Oh,
It happens all the time.
Oh, it's a solo cadet. On.
No, they
Okay.
don't matter.
Bison,
Let's see if that leads anywhere.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Sorry.
do you officers keep any records of conversations or vehicle tracking or anything like that in regards to ATC?
Like, are there logs of it?
Yes.
There is.
Not unless we manually do it.
Oh, and they
That
didn't.
I'm aware of.
Okay.
And they
So
didn't.
in your expertise as a police officer, do you think in relation to something of such a charge like terrorism that you'd want to keep logs of any ATC communications?
I'm sorry. Can you say one more time? I'm sorry. I just.
Okay. In your experience as a police officer,
Mhm.
for a charge as large as terrorism, do you not think that it would be worth keeping those logs from ATC?
Trying to figure out how to answer this.
Come on.
Your Honor, can I object
oh,
to this and have a sidebar
please.
regarding what's
Of
being
course you
questioned?
would.
Is it out of scope?
The mail.
It's out of scope.
I'll say it again.
He's opened up
Sidebar.
scope by answering. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I'd like to have a
you guys-
sidebar
Sorry.
regarding this.
Okay, wait.
Long scope on this already? Okay.
Due to the fact we're trying to argue ATC information gathering,
It's the same thing. I was arguing police procedures.
and based on the fact that it has limitations, so where we can grab that data from it.
See, this is why I'm asking those questions. So
Yeah,
fast.
Reggie. So I'll just make this clear for everybody. I've already spoken to Command Prior about these topics. Not related to this case, but in general. Let's just stipulate for everyone's sake here and my sanity that the police have limited ability to record data from the ATC system, and that their testimony regarding what dispatch said or not is what they can get. And I've already noted, Reggie, your questions regarding whether dispatch have statements assigned to a specific dispatcher in the logs.
Okay.
So all
Wait,
of that's
really?
been covered, but let's not go any further down the road.
That's just not true.
I understand
though.
what you're saying. You're
That's
right.
just
Yes,
not
sir.
true,
Yeah,
though.
sorry, I just don't know how to
Just put the clip in the fucking thing.
All right. Yeah, the only reason I asked is because I've got no idea. I'm not a cop, so
Any streamer,
I was,
any
giving, I was
clips.
giving leeway for that kind of stuff. All right, give me. Okay, so essentially what they're saying is that there's some kind of city limits with it. I've already.
I mean, there
pushed on
isn't,
the
but
fact that they didn't get it.
okay, but let's be honest though. If we were to
But I'm not a cop. I don't
yeah,
understand.
if we're gonna go minutiae stuff, right, and arguing city limits, everybody on duty in that channel radio should be recording that thing. It's a recording segment, 100%. Are you telling me that police doesn't record their? Anybody could use any of their, a clip of
100%
that.
they could.
Yeah, of course.
Which is why I pushed on the fact that they're not having dispatch here who was manning ATC that day, and the judge can understand that, which is what he just said.
Okay,
Right,
fair
so
enough.
I'm pulling
but-
apart their statements for that. All right. I just don't, because they get very snippy when we start talking about city limit stuff. I get it.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks because all we can do right now is take small bites at the cookie, but we can't take a big ass bite. When this should be a big ass bite, it should.
For a case like this, yeah.
We're just
I agree.
nibbling now. It sucks.
I mean, we can always save
what
a big
other
ass
questions
fight on recall.
I think
Oh,
I
yeah.
just wanted to ask if
Oh,
you
yeah,
saw the
recall for sure.
helicopter land a second time.
You said, "Oh Jesus" at any point during this.
Dude, anybody on the radio segment could be streaming, and that's a clip. That's like 30 people at a time. 30.
All right, sir. Sorry about the delay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just have a couple questions for you.
Okay.
After the helicopter took off from the MRPD parking lot, did you see it land again?
No, just take off. I didn't follow it.
And You know what? I think that's it.
Hey, what? Hold up. You said a couple questions.
How's your day been?
Damn it.
He
whatever.
could mean a couple of questions in case he has follow-up questions and he doesn't want to get put in
step
a
back.
shit
Every
hole.
time I'm pulled up
Step
as a
back.
witness, like nobody ever asked me questions.
Hey, Bison, you ready for it?
How do you feel about solo
Nope,
cadets?
Nope. Birch, you ready for it? I know Mr. Paul's gonna like this one. Hey, Bison,
God.
who asked?
Ooh.
Yeah. Come on, come on,
Can
come
you
on.
prove it though?
Hello.
Can you prove it though? Get off my
point
Why the?
Wait, Your Honor, we
Is
would
there no
like to
redirect?
redirect.
in you.
Wow, Crane said get on
You know,
the
every time
stands.
John Paul says
Wow.
who
I'm
asked,
here.
he's always asking a
I'm
question
here. I've been here the
before
whole
he said who
time.
asked.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, who
God.
asked
I'm here
for
the
your
whole time.
Hey, Mr.
All right,
Lang.
redirect. What's
I
going
got
on?
this, you know.
Yeah, he's our third lawyer.
I believe in you.
He boomed
Get
it.
him, Crane.
Fucking boomed
Listen,
it.
lady,
All
back
right,
off.
go ahead, sir.
I need you to go back behind the.
I need you to get the fuck out of here.
Come on.
Not a good sign to have pissed off Crane.
Hey, lady, glasses inside, really?
Sergeant
What year is this?
Bison, in addition to any monitoring of ATC or reported ATC violations, did dispatch deliver any just reports of sightings of a helicopter over Mission Row PD?
It was mainly officers that were reporting, from what I recall.
Okay. Now, you also mentioned in a previous question asked
This
by the
guy's
defense
throwing.
counsel that you witnessed the helicopter take off and that you did not pursue it.
Right.
Did any other officers pursue it?
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna object to this as a general
Oh,
hearsay,
wait,
Your
wait, no,
Honor,
I want to
because
hear
we
it.
can ask
The guy
other
said, oh
officers
shit.
this.
The guy said, oh shit. What do you mean?
Yeah, I kind of
Continue. I want to hear it.
I answered the question.
All right.
That's an objection.
I'll withdraw. Go for
I'm
it,
just
boss.
saying, oh shit, because there is several that said something on radio. I just don't recall who.
Right.
Doesn't recall.
Huh?
I wasn't asking like which officers. I'm just asking in general. Did officers pursue
Oh
the helicopter?
yeah. Officers responded and pursued.
Okay.
I mean, that was a useless fucking question. It's already in the fucking
I mean,
statement.
and he says several people pursued, but I don't recall one of them. Come on now, what is that?
One moment.
No. When officers conveniently can't recall the facts, judges notate that. They know.
Yeah.
They don't like it.
Yeah, like I said, we're just
I've
nibbling.
heard him shit talk.
I don't have any
before,
further, but I
off
believe
the stand.
Chief Bass does.
Right, we're just nibbling. We're nibbling right now.
Fantastic.
Sergeant Bison, you testified that you witnessed a helicopter land on the parking booth. Is that correct?
Yep.
In your professional opinion, how far was that away from the Crown Victoria?
Like the parking booth or the
How the
helicopter?
fuck's that a
I guess
professional
The
it's
helicopter in
opinion
relation
question?
to the vehicle.
Probably 20 to 30.
He's gonna argue the fucking
Thank you, no
the
further
fucking Tom Brady clause and how far he can throw the thing. Watch this. Oh, he's already out. Never mind.
Huh.
What did that have to do with it?
Not the tuck rule. Not the tuck rule. Trust me.
Can I?
Hey, boys,
even
how much
though I'm
longer,
not
boys? How much longer? How much longer, guys
I
think?
probably
I
can.
don't know. Not too long.
No,
Easy
you can't
clap
ask any questions
Alright.
because you're a
Come on,
witness. You'd be conflicted.
Be careful, Reggie.
Real.
You might sound nervous there.
No, I'm not. I'm not nervous at all. I'm just making sure that Miss Black keeps her sanity from the PD.
I'll
Brother.
witness you, Reggie.
Says my man's who said, "Oh shit," after being asked a question on stand. Okay, pal.
That's true. That's
That-
true.
That's supposed to hurt me.
What, Bison? You think I wouldn't go toe to toe with them?
Tommy Wyson? Oh, my man.
I believe
No, boss.
defendant Sykk raised his hand. Did you have a question, sir?
I was just pointing. Bad habit.
Oh, hey, you know,
It'd be like that.
it's fine. All right.
Hey, Your Honor, can I,
think,
while they're deliberating between each other, can I just ask, who the fuck asked, in your professional opinion, how far was thing from other thing? Like, what is that?
Reggie,
Why is that a
literally
professional
asked that.
opinion question? Like, what
Who
is that?
asked?
Who are?
Literally,
Exactly.
Bass just like a minute ago asked that. Reggie. are you
Yeah,
paying
that's what I'm
attention?
pointing out, is the fact that why is he saying, in your professional opinion, what, you need to be a professional to tell distance now?
Hey, did you guys know
Cop.
that clock up there works?
Our cop eyes.
Hey, did you know that Bass is fucking bald?
Pretty crazy.
Your Honor, we don't have
Anyway,
any,
are we done with
further
Boston?
redirections
You
of
know
this
Jim
witness.
Paul's
Bison,
blonde?
you can step down.
Yeah, baby.
Reggie, is this recall?
Oh, absolutely.
Please?
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
All right, you're recalled.
We'll
Stick
bring
around.
some more questions.
All right, next witness to the prosecution.
W. Bloom.
Mr. Bloom, come on down.
Yo, what's really good?
Recall, Demi.
Double class 2'd up.
Hey,
Yeah.
you are
Is it
the
okay
next
if I,
contestant on Say Some
we do
Shit in the
recall,
Chair.
Demi.
Can I sit down and make a
Welcome.
phone call? Okay.
Is he even allowed double class too?
Hey, what is he? A walking
Please
fucking
wait.
armor?
I don't think he is.
Well, he needs it because PD's always down.
Okay. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, under penalty of perjury? So help you meet?
X, who is this guy? He's not even on the evidence docket.
I don't know who the fuck this guy is, man.
Where'd he come from?
I don't know. Who is he, man? Who? Who the fuck?
Hey, Deputy Bloom.
Yo, what's really good?
It's really good. Thank you for asking. Oh, can you please state your name and your rank for the record?
Hello,
this is easy. He wrote the
Double D
report, but he
Bloom
didn't put any
Detective
statement in there.
Deputy Bloom.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This guy's a dumb fuck.
Were you on duty on December 20th, 2021?
Yes, sir, I was.
Perfect. According to Sergeant Bison, that police officers ensued in a chase with a helicopter. Were you one of them?
Yeah, I was primary for a lot of it.
Your Honor, I'd just like to object to leading with that, just so I can be a dick.
Yes, that is you being a dick, but you are a correct dick. Bass, typically for everyone's education, you would first need to ask, was there a police pursuit on December 20th? Were you chasing a helicopter? And then once he says yes to those two, then you would say, were you in that pursuit? But thank you, Reggie, for being a dick. I get the point. Move forward.
Helping him. He's being trained.
Deputy Bloom, was there a
He's
police
better
pursuit with the
now his job.
helicopter?
Yes, a lengthy one.
Were you part of it?
Yes, I was primary for a large portion of it.
I'm gonna question this guy. I have questions for this guy.
You want me to run you through the pursuit?
Yes.
Okay. We began chasing the helicopter, which led us up north into the county. The individuals eventually landed that helicopter.
No.
And, exited onto a
Wrong. Lies.
This is
Lies.
whenever I
Lies.
became the primary
It's fine,
unit,
it's
as
fine,
I
it's
can't keep
fine.
up with the
We pull it
helicopter, but I
apart.
can with the motorcycle.
You know, sometimes it's good to
Just
let
wait,
them
I'm
manage
about to
themselves
narrative
to
now.
shit. Yeah, I was gonna say
Another officer who's
exactly
not
to just
present.
subject on narrative.
So
Your Honor, I'd like to object on narrative at the moment. It feels like I'm being read a bedtime story.
Well, then follow
Can we
through.
actually ask specific questions towards this and get it done
Didn't we
instead of
jump
just
out of the
doing these
helicopter and then we
narratives?
switched to the
That's what I'm
motorcycle?
saying. Don't worry. I'll examine it. I'll examine it.
Deputy
yeah,
Bloom,
we
you
got it,
stated
we got
that you were pursuing a motorcycle.
Yes, sir, I was.
How many times was it occupied?
2 times. By,
And who are the 2 suspects on the motorcycle?
Those 2 gentlemen there, Yuno, Sykk, and John Paul.
Wow.
At the time of the arrest, what were they wearing?
Yuno Sykk was wearing a blue hoodie with a white logo on it. I don't recall the exact branding. A motorcycle helmet similar to what he's wearing today.
It's trolling.
And I want to say dark in color pants. I'll refer to the evidence really quick.
Please do. Can you take a look at picture number 1, photo of suspects number 1,
Yeah.
along with Jean Paul in the cells after getting arrested?
Objection, Your Honor.
so-
There's no picture of Yuno upon arrest.
I never said that.
Yeah, because
I
they
said
only
Jean
care
Paul.
about they only care about catching the great Jean Paul, nobody else.
Thank God we don't
That's
need
true.
a picture of them in the
Also,
cells.
I didn't do
Just
anything.
added that for flavor. Yeah, so he's wearing gray in color sweatpants at the time of his arrest. Meanwhile, John Paul's, just like most criminals in this city, choosing the interesting color of black and a black hoodie. And it looks like dark greenish in color pants.
Says you.
When you had Mr. Paul in custody, what stood out to you or caught your attention?
Whenever we brought him down into the motor pool, he was extremely irritated that we still had operating vehicles and mentioned how weird it was.
Objection? Rambling?
Anyone objected? Huh?
Gambling?
That's fine.
He's
It
fucking
does kind
rambling.
of sound like you, though.
Oh, okay.
I think
That's
I
not
just
a
said
narrative.
tidbit,
A little
I'm
bit.
Sorry. Not my place to.
The judge is
All right. Mr. Paul, your objection's overruled. While Mr.
Jeez.
Bloom does seem a little sleepy, we can go ahead and accept that he has delivered his point. Mr. Bass, you can move on.
Deputy Bloom, would you say the police department is a government entity?
They're trying so hard with it.
Yes, that's exactly what we are.
And would you say to change foundation in a radical way?
I'm going to object to leading again. Would you say is not
Yeah,
a,
Bass,
it's
you
a
gotta,
direct question.
You got to clean that up.
Sorry, it's my first
That
time. I
one's
do
sustained.
apologize.
I got you. Yep.
Thank you for helping me. I appreciate it, Reggie. You're making me better.
It's his first time. Jeez.
Right, I was gonna be gentle on you, but your
No,
head
no,
looks
go as
like
hard
a
as
shaved
possible.
ball
I have
sack.
to get better. It's all good. Deputy
Hey,
Bloom.
gentlemen, what you do in your own time, you know? Keep it clean. All right, move on, Best.
Deputy Bloom, is use of extreme violence or intimidation.
Bleeding.
Try again.
I'm not even gonna say the word objection before. I'm just gonna say leave. It is. You're making it too easy, Best.
I'm asking a yes or no question. How's that leading?
A yes or no question doesn't mean whether or not it's leading.
You're on
Best.
direct, Best. Okay, let me break in here. I'm gonna move this along. So Bass, what Reggie is inspiring you to ask is something along the effects of, what elements would you need to prove the charge of terrorism? And then you would ask, did you find these elements in this case? What substantiated those elements? Blah, blah, blah.
Bro, you're carrying
fair
him.
enough.
You're fucking carrying this guy, man.
Fair enough. I'm gonna have my co-counselor David Thor come in here.
Yeah, objection, bias, and carry.
Richie, am I getting
There
killed?
is no bias here, I assure you.
Is
Hey,
this a mock trial and nobody told me?
Judge Crane, can I get
Reggie,
you to?
If I don't step in here, Reggie will quite literally bury every single person.
But here's the thing: they've got a prosecutor right there from SPU. That could be
Hold on,
teaching.
stop. Shh. I want everyone to understand something. The prosecutor who prepared this case literally was in the hospital yesterday.
I wasn't sure if I
and
was allowed to say that.
don't just mean in the ICU, okay? Actually in the hospital. So I'm not going to begrudge Bass or Mr. Thoreau for not being explicitly prepared, okay?
I wasn't prepared.
All right.
I understand what you're saying.
I know. Let's go ahead
Oh,
with
shit.
Thoreau, please.
Guys, I thought about. Because I thought you meant the other guy who.
Given to everybody.
Yo, what up, Thoreau? I can't hear you.
Sorry, I'm reading through this.
I thought you meant the guy who died in the game.
This is what happens when they get.
Guys, how am I supposed to compute OC things when he's being in
So,
character?
Deputy Bloom, to pick off where you had
Guys, how am I supposed to know? He's being OC in character. That's impossible.
Given,
It's what RP is for. I have no clue.
as he was being brought through the motor pool.
It's why we don't usually
in
do
your
OC on
experience
the fly,
with Mr.
man.
Paul, would you consider this behavior, these statements, typical for this individual from your experience with him?
That only hurts them.
On par.
He says yes.
On the tamer end, but
What am I supposed to do,
So
man?
nothing different. Okay. That was a dumb question.
Brother?
Now, to your knowledge, did Mr. Paul request a bench trial after being arrested?
Oh man, I want to say
This
he did.
guy's throwing. The
I'm
prosecutor
not
guy.
sure if it
This guy's
happened.
dog shit.
I went back on duty, and I believe I went off duty before he got the trial. If it did happen.
I mean, if it would have happened, then we wouldn't be here today. Another dumb question.
Can we move on to the next question, please? Can we get this along, please?
When requesting a bench trial, how many officers are typically required to escort Mr. Paul to testify at this bench trial in your
Bro,
experience?
what is this guy talking about?
Objection.
They push it to the docket.
Not relevant.
This guy's so
at all.
stupid.
Security.
He's saying the bench trial is also part of terrorism. I think.
Typically-
I'm going to object to relevance in this
Brother.
one. There's no relevance to a bench
It
trial.
is
What
the
is the
PD
relevance
who pushed for dockets. We didn't do shit.
Yeah.
Your Honor,
I
I'm
didn't
just
realize
trying to lay some foundation to try to make a
They
point.
should have asked for continuance
you're
if
on-
they really needed one.
Can I?
No,
send back
Reggie,
on
chill.
that one,
Yo,
Your Honor?
he's saying you're on thin ice. Continue with your question. Don't be dumb. Let's get it.
No, look, this is a valid point. So I know you're saying you're trying to lay foundation. You got to give me some advanced understanding here. Lay foundation of what? Because Mr. Paul needing extra security does not really give me anything with relation to terrorism. What are we getting at here?
Your Honor, I'm trying to get to the point of further withdrawing police resources, further incapable.
What? They pushed to the docket.
If he has a history of doing something, it does not mean that it's relevant in this case.
Exactly.
Especially not in this context. Bloom should not be testifying to this line of questioning. It doesn't help me decide whether these two are guilty of terrorism or not.
Thank you, Crane.
Understood, Your Honor.
This is stupid.
Deputy Bloom, referencing the photographs and evidence of individuals helicopter, are two of the three individuals in that photograph here in this courtroom today?
No.
Asked and answered, Your Honor. He already described in 2 different questions what the suspects are wearing. I referred to them by name.
Sustained. Yeah, they've been identified by Bloom. He physically, I think he even pointed at him, if I remember correctly. And he said the clothing. So there's no more probative value there. You could move on to sustained.
Sustained, they say.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me.
Man, this guy is so dog shit. It's very tough to
Yeah,
fucking
give me a
listen to
second.
this
I
guy
just
talking.
need one last breath here to update my notes.
What?
You're killing it. You're killing it.
Oh yeah, these
You're
guys.
doing
These
great
are,
off the Rex.
oh, these
You're
are
doing
fucking
fantastic.
toasted chicken. My next question is gonna send this guy back to his fucking house, man.
Good shit.
I'll get
I'm about
striked.
to pass out. I'm about to pass out.
Glad to see you alive and well and totally not killed by Fingeldam.
Am I good to continue, Your Honor?
Mr. Crane?
Oh,
Your Honor?
sorry. Yeah, I was almost 6 feet down, but I'm here. Yeah, what's going on?
Okay.
6 feet isn't so far down there, Crane.
Yeah, thank you.
Deputy Bloom, in your professional opinion, with the defendants intentionally destroying police property, such as the CVPI in this incident, prevent or destabilize the police department from being able to serve?
That is
Objection,
3.
leading.
Yeah, that's 3 questions in one. Jesus Christ, this guy's making a story.
That's also confusing. He kept asking multiple questions. So
Compounding.
compound questions, sorry, not.
Yeah, compound. There you
Look,
go. Compounding is written there. I know what that
gosh,
is.
I
for
understand
sure.
what y'all are trying to get at here, but it's almost bordering on you trying to have the officers tell me what conclusion I should draw. And it's not really the point
Cody,
here of whether I
excuse me right
agree
now.
with
I
them or
will
not.
project
It's whether
out.
the facts support it or not. I understand the
this
legal
means
basis
that
for
they already lost
terrorism.
pretty
I
much.
understand what I need to evaluate. And whether Bloom tells me he thinks that blowing up a car destabilizes the police force or not, it won't change whether I think it does or not. It won't control that. So I don't think it's very relevant. I think we should move on from this point.
All right.
Understood, Your Honor.
Ma'am, you're gonna have to leave.
Um,
I'm sorry. I didn't. Come on.
No more questions. Come on, wrap it the fuck up.
Come on, ma'am. Come on.
Yeah, get her out. Thank you, Mr. Corleone. Appreciate you.
Come on, ma'am.
God damn it, Shelly, you're such a sloppy drunk.
Gosh, you could have at least tried to get a contempt, Shelly.
God damn it, get contempt next time, Shelly.
Jesus, what's happening back there?
Does
Okay,
does he have any more
I don't have any
questions for Bloom?
I don't have any further, Your Honor.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Okay. Cross-examination, or do we have any further questions from Bass?
Wait up. Let me just clean up the floor from all the misery that just happened.
Thank you.
1 sec.
He's making sure I don't slip and die on my way to the stand, man.
Reggie, please.
You're not on
Okay,
the
we're
way to
good.
the stand,
We're
Mr. Paul. He's questioning.
Your Honor,
We're good.
we rest as far as our witnesses.
Okay, then the defense can do cross-examination of Mr. Bloom.
Okay, I just have simple questions. Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
What is this guy's name? Mr. Blum? Who is this guy?
Blooms, like a flower blooms.
Deputy Detective Bloom.
Because he's
there,
not- 'cause
Mr.
he's
Paul,
not-
You
he-
look rather snazzy in your suit.
Thank you, man. Your wife loves it. Hey, listen, because I don't see this
Clover
guy.
Bloom is not my wife. I want that to go on record.
Oh, don't worry, I know who she is. Hey,
So
listen.
noted. All right.
Okay, yeah, because I don't see this guy in the report. That's why I'm asking his name.
It's my name is the report name, sir. I started the report.
Oh, okay, cool, man.
Hello, that's me.
Oh, where's my question at?
All right, you two. If you're gonna flirt, you might as well dance with each other first.
Okay.
Just
I
go ahead
already
and ask the
complimented
question.
his suit, and he said my
I
wife.
know. Just ask your questions.
It's just a simple question. It's,
Well,
just
fucking
it's
your
in
own
a
time.
general order. I'm gonna ask this to Mr. Bloom. You mentioned the helicopter pursuit. You said the said helicopter landed Is that true?
I did not say that. Actually, yeah, I did. Yeah, I said that shit.
Wait, did you or did you not? What is it? Which one is it?
I said that shit, dog.
But you just said dog. I'm not dog. I'm Sir Jean Paul. Could you address me properly, please?
Are you knighted?
I asked for your full name so I can address you with respect. I would rather have the same. Can I have the same thing, please?
Yeah, I will deliver that respect back, sir.
I'm not a dog. I'm a
yes.
human. My name is Jean Paul. Nice to meet you.
All right, pause. I gotta say something. Reggie, that was about 2 notches too Australian. Okay, you hit like
I
Dundee
thought-
levels.
I thought Dundee
That was Dundee.
That was Dundee.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a rep birth.
Oh, that's funny as hell. I thought that was Reggie
Yeah,
channeling
that's
Dundee.
culturally
Okay.
insensitive. That's kind of like.
That's a bit fucked up, Your Honor.
Yeah, that's
Fucking
gonna.
Well, no, it's not fucked up. It means I wasn't even looking at you, and I knew it was you.
Fucking same?
No, I said you sound like Dundee.
Dundee, take off the
Shut up.
phase up.
Now,
All right. Go ahead, Mr. Paul.
I'll ask one more time. In your testimony, you said that the said helicopter landed. Is this
Yes,
true?
I said that. Yes.
Okay. On such a big case and a big pursuit, is there any pictures of said aircraft?
Yes.
Why would
They're
they
in
not?
evidence.
Why would they not submit into evidence?
They are part of the report, Mr. Paul. I'm looking at. Let me see.
In the report, all I
One,
see is an
two-
occupied aircraft. I'm asking about the pictures where it landed. This is not a landed helicopter.
Oh yeah, we don't. If I may give a little bit of narrative here, we don't just stop and take pictures during pursuit where people are
Okay,
throwing
let me
grenades.
reiterate. After the situation is over, do you guys take pictures and take evidence? Simple question.
Yes, we do.
If the
We don't typically
if the vehicle, okay, did you search the vehicle or aircraft?
Yes, we did.
If you searched it, why didn't you guys take pictures?
We documented the vehicle thoroughly, given that we got all occupants.
And where
in
is
a
this
picture
documentation in the report?
vehicle. It is. Let me refer to the report. It is titled "Photo of Suspects 1." Photo John Paul +2 helicopter MRPD.
Okay, that is us or whoever is in there occupying said vehicle, right? Aircraft.
Thank you for agreeing with me.
Wait.
yes.
Let me ask something real quick on this one.
Yeah, what is it?
Did you take that photo?
It's fine. It doesn't anything.
Who
It's me
took
in
the
there.
photo?
It doesn't matter.
Paul Eastman, God rest his
Is
soul.
Paul Eastman a police officer?
He was an aspiring one.
Okay, so just to
No, let me go on
reconfirm,
my rant, please.
no rants. Okay, so just to confirm, no police officer took any photos of the
Hey,
vehicle.
Reggie, you know what? I want
objection, Your
a
Honor.
little bit of rant in my life. What is
No
this
rant.
rant about?
This rant. Paul Eastman.
Fuck Leeseman.
Paul Eastman was a good man, and you're gonna put respect on his name, damn it. Paul Eastman was discriminated against by this police department for having a funny name. He can't control that. Reggie
Shame on
Mike's a
them.
funny name. John
Excuse
Paul's
me,
a
what?
funny name.
He was.
How is Reggie Mike a
Look at
funny
all
name?
these funny names. Time reducer. We allow that, but not Paul Eastman.
Shame on the PD.
Candace DeFitt.
07, brother. All right, take your seat. That's
Okay,
enough.
listen, Crane, John,
Let me ask my
wait, I'm just trying to get at something
follow-up.
though. Like usually, listen. Normally that.
Mr. Paul.
What?
I'm gonna say 2 letters that will make you completely understand, or what I understand you're saying. You ready?
Yeah.
You know what? On second thought, I'm not gonna say those 2 letters. Go
Do
ahead.
it, pussy.
Do it.
Go.
Is that E.T. in a wheelchair in the crowd?
Look, sometimes, I like to drive a purple Paragon. Sometimes I might like to pick petunias. Sometimes I might like to proceed procedurally. All right, that's enough. We'll move on.
I don't know what that means. Listen, it's a simple question. All I ask is that after the situation is over, right? They search the vehicles and aircrafts, right? And they document it. The problem that I have is that he has an action picture, right? But no ending point,
Objection,
no
Your Honor.
location.
The defendant
You're gonna
is
get cancelled
testifying.
as testifying.
Yes, he is,
That's why I was
Mr.
asking
Paul.
how I was asking. I know where
I
you're
get
getting
your point. I take it very well.
Okay, one last time. Where did the helicopter land?
Up in Sandy, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that
up in
should
Sandy.
I
near
think.
the,
Is it I
Great
think or I
Bolingbrook.
know? Which one is it?
If I recall, actually, is what I would say there, Mr. Paul. If I recall correctly, it was up in Sandy Shores, near Bolingbrook Penitentiary.
Wow, that's far away. Is there any pictures or any sort of proof of you guys?
No, we
even
already
being in
had
the
a
area?
slam dunk. We had 2 slam dunk.
Hold
pictures.
on, stop. That's already been asked.
Okay. Well, you didn't really answer properly, did he? So
Yeah, well, your question has
Not a
already been
question
asked,
for
so
me.
he can't answer it again.
So-
He's already
so-
stated there were no pictures taken of the helicopter once it
Last thing then. Where is the helicopter now?
I was using the commission of a crime. I don't know, probably a cube somewhere, considering it was used for terrorism.
So it was
I'm
impounded.
not a
Then
junkyard
was it
boy.
impounded?
I'm not an impound worker, sir. I don't know.
Was an impound requested for it?
I was also the
Was an
assisting
impound
arresting officer.
requested for it?
I was.
All right, he's
could not
stated
answer
several
you.
times that he can't answer. He doesn't know.
So the helicopter
so
doesn't
I will
exist.
render
Got it.
stop
Thank you.
yelling at me, sir.
The invisible helicopter. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Mike, do you have anything?
He didn't.
Oh, hell yeah, I do.
He didn't.
Yeah, of course.
Listen,
Go ahead.
listen. I'm trying. What I'm trying to point out is that the helicopter.
What type of helicopter was it?
It's at the bottom of the ocean.
I believe they call it a frogger.
I'm just going to like to
I'm not
point
an
out
expert
that
on
if they actually
helicopters.
had
Let me refer
chopped
to
it up, there would
the
be a civil claim.
evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I believe
They'd have to
in
provide
the
proof that
report
they
they call it a
didn't
black
do
and
it,
colored
and then they'd be
frogger,
fucked.
which is something I'm just going to have to agree with.
Right. Now, are you aware if this is a rented helicopter?
The only indication we have on how the helicopter was obtained is Yuno Sykk's tweet saying heli tours 500K a minute call in YP.
And when did Yuno tweet that?
8 minutes ago, apparently. Oh wait, no, sorry, this is a static photo. 8 minutes before it was documented.
Okay, and how long was the chase?
Oh Jesus. 25, 30 minutes probably.
Okay. So from start to finish of what you're alleging that happened,
Mm-hmm.
and then that was 25 minutes, you reckon?
Yeah.
Objection, Your
I'd
Honor.
lean more
Counselor
towards 30.
testifying.
I'm not testifying, I'm reiterating the words that came out of his fucking mouth.
Reggie.
That was a stupid objection. You know I don't like stupid objection.
Yeah, and I
I
don't
wish
like
Reggie would
stupid
let
use
loose.
of profanity.
Jesus, man, you guys falling asleep out here.
Yeah, we're supposed to be over.
Yeah, come on.
Brother, I'm more. They have nothing. I just want to get out free, brother.
All right, go ahead, Reggie.
All right, let's just run right now.
Wait, hang on. Is he out? Is he?
Yeah, right now.
I'm on a slinky, brother.
Okay.
What is it? What is that?
Listen. When the slinky is over, we go to the next case.
Slinky goes like this.
Would you arrest with wearing a motorbike helmet? On average a day is your expertise as a police officer.
It goes up and down.
That's it.
Objection, Your Honor.
I thought I went like this instead.
The relevance is the fact that he mentioned that he arrested someone.
No,
that
that's
someone was seen in a
T-posing.
helicopter with a motorbike helmet.
goes like,
and was later arrested with a motorbike helmet. This is very relevant to the case.
It stretches, then it shrinks.
Mr. S, you can do that in the privacy of your own home. You don't do it in my courtroom.
Thank you,
Sir,
Your
yes,
Honor.
sir, sorry.
I've been trying to teach in that for 3 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And some fucking respect, Mickey. A fucking
All
court
right.
case for one of your boys. You could
What's
at least
going
show
on
some
here,
fucking
Reggie?
respect.
Ready to proceed?
Distracted by the motions of the
They objected to
elbow
relevance,
variety.
Your Honor, and I stated the fact that it's very relevant because
This is taking longer than I thought it would
spoke
take.
about someone
Jesus
in a
Christ.
helicopter with a motorbike helmet who was later arrested with a motorbike helmet.
Food got
Yeah,
here.
okay. It has limited probative value. It is somewhat relevant.
I gotta think about
to allow
chicken,
the
hold up.
question, but gosh,
Your Honor, it's just
Hold on,
one
get that-
question. There's no
correct.
follow up on
Yep,
that.
okay, go ahead then.
Fine.
Yeah, you want to restate? I just did not listen to this. Go ahead.
On average, in a week, how many times would you say you'd arrest someone wearing a motorbike helmet?
In a week, probably 14 motorcycle helmets. I'll say 2 a day. It's been decreasing, funnily enough. They like
Thank you.
using different masks recently.
Okay. Bloom, who wrote the report?
I believe the first officer that began touching the report was
Richie got him.
Detective Black, followed by Sergeant Bison, followed by, I believe, again Detective Black, who put Paul Leisman, God rest his soul, statement in, Senior Deputy Inslee Alton, followed finally by Senior Officer Gary Berry, who was acting chief for a day on Christmas. I started the report. I
Hey.
pressed a button that said create report.
What? One moment, you're up. Could you restate the last line that you said? Actually, Ron, can you read out what he said?
He said he pressed a button that said create report. He's referring to the
And
fact,
then before
Reggie,
that
and I know
about
this
Gary
to be
Berry.
true. He said Gary Berry was the acting chief of police on Christmas. I remember because I went to the PD meeting when it was announced.
I was more alluding to him talking about a statement from Gary Berry.
Yes, there is in fact a statement from Gary Berry on the report.
Your Honor,
Just
can I
learned
get you to
about
open up the evidence of case 31518?
I am looking at it. It's right here on my clipboard.
Do you have anything of Gary Berry on that one?
Yes, I do. It's after Ensley.
Imagine not being prepared.
Am I missing this? What I'm looking
I'm
at?
sorry. This is.
With some gravy.
Is there evidence that was left
this
out?
is the issue.
Or statements that were left out?
Siobhan.
Your Honor, the copies
Wait,
of the report
this
I have
chicken
do
is
not have a statement
insane.
from Gary Berry.
Oh my
What do you mean
god.
Dan's game? Have you ever seen a fucking
Oh, yeah,
so
this
it is.
was-
That was added after the filing.
Christ, you
therefore
guys are
it is
weird.
stricken. I will not consider it.
Hold on, let me read it real quick.
Oh.
Yeah, this was kind of useless. anyway.
Yeah,
so
and like this
fucking
was that
stupid.
report they didn't get to add that they were
It
talking
does bring
about.
up Mickey S though.
I
God.
literally told them
he's
they
so
had up
cool.
until the time I would accept it. It's their own fault. They fucked themselves.
All right, back to my question. Now, you said that you're primary in the alleged chase, right?
With the motorcycle, I was primary for a large portion, yes.
Okay. Why did you not put a statement in the report?
I was riding with Senior Deputy Ensley Alton. Her experience, given the fact we're in the same vehicle and moved as a team in tandem, like a well-oiled machine, I helped with her report, and she put it in her name because women do that. They take credit for things.
What
I know
the
what Reggie's
fuck? We
doing.
object
He's
on
looking
sexism.
in the crowd
Misogyny, hello?
to see
Excuse
if
me,
it's
Your
a
Honor. Can we
volunteer.
object to misogyny? That is inappropriate.
Overruled.
Excuse you.
Stone
All right,
him.
Now
Oh.
you have contempt. Bloom gets 5 months
Uh-oh.
contempt after
Get
this case.
fucked!
Oh, hell yeah.
Fucked him. I fucked him.
How much of a fine?
Get
How much
fucked.
of a fine?
Bloom.
Is he part of the gallery? He is not the gallery, you damn
Not the
bingo
gallery,
addict.
you
Somebody
come
addict,
on.
please.
Your Honor,
damn
how much of
bingo
a fine
addict.
does he get?
200K. 200K.
Wait, so everyone
run
who
that
does
prison
an
for 5
outburst
months.
is going to get 5 months and no...
No, he's getting
What?
it because he said a stupid quip on the
Oh,
stand.
Reggie's going off.
Okay.
It's
So,
symbolic. He's
Bloom,
gonna have to dump all his shit in a locker and go up there and put on civilian clothes. That's good enough for me. Go
They're
ahead.
gonna have to send me. I'm gonna be
Bloom.
kicking.
Bloom. Can
Reggie,
you
just go ahead and say where is Ensley
yeah.
Alton?
No, hold on. Can you entertain the court and myself at the
Oh, I
moment?
shouldn't have said
Can you
that's
pull out your
fine.
binoculars and look into the fucking sea of people behind me?
I have a
in
camera.
front of me now.
Would that be all right? And I have
Yeah, can you do that?
binoculars.
Reggie, you are not doing a who asked bit.
Yo,
Move on.
yo.
No, this is not who asked.
Let's
This
get
is
this
not
trial
who-
going, bro.
Yeah,
He's
Reggie,
insinuating.
Objection to,
Okay.
objection to relevance.
Boing.
Can you tell me where Ensley Alton is?
Probably. Wow, very insensitive of you. Probably on a bed in a hospital from Rona.
Okay. Perfect.
Actually, bronchitis. Sorry.
How many officers saw the helicopter land?
I believe there's probably one other officer besides myself and Ensley. Probably.
Who was that officer?
Lies. They never saw it land.
I know. Someone in the pursuit. Probably Gary,
Okay.
knowing how useless he is.
Did you get any ID, like VIN number, tail number, or anything like that from the helicopter?
Being primary, it is my job to continue the pursuit, not to let them get away while I record a vehicle that's already been
Okay.
documented.
Who documented the vehicle?
Like I said, we had a slam dunk
Objection,
picture
Your
from
Honor.
Holly-
Asked and answered. We've kind of already covered this.
We didn't ask
Correct.
and answer who documented the vehicle at all, Your Honor. It was a
Well,
specific
it's already
question.
been established that no one took pictures of it. I understand the
Okay.
probative value going forward.
Who documented the scene? Is that better?
The scene was documented by, I want to say, Demi Black. Yeah, the scene was documented.
The scene
Demi
is
Black.
sorry. Let me not ask something so broad. Who documented the scene up in Sandy?
Again, there were no photos taken up in Sandy Shores.
Oh, okay,
Asked
so
and
there's
answered.
no evidence.
So nobody documented the scene at all. Perfect.
No, the scene was well documented, sir. I see the exploded CVPI, the suspects in the vehicle that they attempted to flee in.
Okay, the scene up in Sandy was not documented at all.
Oh yeah, the landing site that.
Thank you.
Lies.
No further questions on my
You
end. I'll
shouldn't
just
be allowed
ask
to
my
lie on the
co-cap.
stand. You shouldn't be allowed as a police officer. You shouldn't.
He looks
When
like
did
a
you?
fucking idiot up there.
At what point in the pursuit did you join?
Are you an attorney?
Yes, sir. Sebastian Birch. How you doing?
I thought you were a vampire. Hello, sir. What's the question?
Oh shit. He knows.
At what point in the
It's
pursuit
too
did you
powerful.
join?
You had every officer to show up and lie at the same time.
I was on, I believe, Adam's Apple
BGG.
when the helicopter was called out, so I was there pretty damn early.
Where is Adam's Apple in relation to MRPD?
About a block over. You keep following Center Street.
I don't see you getting terrorism at all.
Southbound. Man, you're gonna hit that.
I
Adam's
want
Apple
nothing. Zero. Nada.
Boulevard.
And when you
would have to
received the call,
ignore
what did you
entire
do
lack
next?
of evidence, and then also ignore the lack of
I told
political
Paul to
intent
calm down, and then I need to
asserted,
hear
and
radio
decide that
because Paul
the
Leeson called me.
finding that the
God rest
evidence
his soul.
decide that destroying
hung
a
up on him.
government entity is inherently political. Like they'd have to do three things.
And then I heard over radio that there were some terrorists at MRPD, so I responded, and I gave chase to the Frogger.
And when did you intersect or find the Frogger?
Some terrorists.
We never lost visual of the
You
Frogger.
can't say that.
Because Air 1 kept comms with us. I mean, we just chased it up to Sandy.
Was Air 1 already in the air when the explosion happened?
Negative. Once the terrorist organization helicopter left PD is when they felt safe to bring it
All right,
out.
objection.
How do you object your own answer?
What he's doing is just trying to have a portion of what he just said stricken.
Come on, man.
I think there's a better phrase.
Trust
for that.
me, I am disregarding when
Yo.
he says terrorist organization.
Can we move on? Like seriously?
Terrorists.
I mean, it's your attorneys, Mr. Paul. If you want to tell them to stand down, go ahead.
Fire him now, coward.
Sorry.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
Ah.
My concluding argument is so perfect. I've been
go.
crafting it this whole time.
Good hearing, everyone.
Okay. Your Honor, no
It's
further
immaculate.
questions from our end.
Alrighty.
We're
It's
proving
like-
a point.
it's like
I have a
five
quick few on
paragraphs.
redirect, Your Honor. I'll make a.
All right, let's keep it relevant.
Oh my God, please.
Deputy Bloom, regarding arresting suspects in motorcycle
Wait,
helmets.
they're allowed to redirect?
Was defendant Sykk arrested wearing a motorcycle helmet that day?
Yes, every time.
And all your past experiences encountering with Mr. Sykk, does he wear a motorcycle helmet?
In my few limited experiences, yes.
Again, who
Okay.
cares what's about?
Don't run into him that much.
Thank you.
Honestly.
All right,
I'm
Bloom,
getting
you can
helmet
step down.
ID,
Reggie,
man.
you
What do I
recalling
do?
him?
Do we need
Just
Bloom? I
careful,
don't think we do.
clients might murder you.
We don't.
Nah.
Reggie,
Real
coward.
quick. Wait. Oh.
Do
What's
it? Do we need
happening
him?
right now?
No?
Sorry.
Yes?
I'm asking if
No,
Mr. Bloom
Anyone?
is
I don't
being
think
marked
so.
for
I don't
recall.
think so.
Nah,
or
Bloom
if
can
he
go
be put
fucking
6
about his
feet
day.
down
No, about his
in bed.
contempt.
Okay.
He can go about his contempt.
Wonderful.
Okay,
Really,
so,
question.
so
Yeah,
with,
that's why he's
with that
so
said,
he's got his guilty charge.
with that said, Your Honor, can you send Bloom off to prison?
I want to watch
Yeah,
this court
yeah,
case.
he-
Your Honor,
he
you
needs
go
to-
after the
no.
conclusion of the case.
If you
I'm-
sent
I'm
me
sorry,
to
Your
prison
Honor.
right now, you would be forcing me to go to sleep.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, but none of us civilians
Oh,
get that same treatment to watch
also,
the trial.
none of us criminals
God, I
are.
wish that was true.
None of us
God,
asked.
I wish that was true.
None of
Reggie.
us asked.
not
None of us
true.
asked. We get 150 months, 180 months, 300 months, and you guys don't give a shit. Fuck you. Go off duty. That's 42.
Oh my God!
there
He may
you
have
go,
said that in the
terrorism
helicopter
right there.
too. I'm having flashbacks.
Disregarding all these outbursts. All right.
Hey, you tell him, X. You tell him. Tell him the worthless, X.
42.
Your Honor,
42.
I just wanna make
42.
one-
Do
Oi
not
in the
start a
court.
chant.
42 months.
Do not start a chant. Good lord. Okay.
Can I do my rendition of Tyrion Lannister's court?
No. All right. What's your point? You want to make thorough? What's going on?
Yes, just really quickly. I would like to point out in the evidence, just a few things. Just point out, first of all, the people see, we've reiterated on that, but officers who have testified identifying those people in those photographs as the two defendants. Secondly, the evidence of the destruction itself, the CVPI, which was referenced multiple times, but these photographs were not mentioned. The destruction of the CVPI can be seen in the People's D. The People's E shows they recovered material, explosive materials found on scene. It is also referenced in the report what the material is as well.
No, it's not.
And then
Okay.
last note that it is a matter of public record that since the 20th, so from the 20th until now, defendant Paul has been arrested 3 times for.
Your Honor, I'd like to
Has
have
been
that
arrested 3
stricken.
times for criminal
He's bringing in
possession of explosives.
Your Honor, I'd like to have that stricken. He's
Yeah,
bringing in
so
his
there
previous
is no
criminal history.
probative value in a
You're not allowed to do
criminal
that.
history.
That was obvious. We always
It
talked
can
about
be
this.
argued as a sentencing recommendation if and only if I were to find them guilty of the charges. But in terms of probative value, meaning whether I think it helps prove or disprove whether they are guilty or not, there is none there. It will not be entertained.
Understood, Your Honor. And that is all we have. Prosecution rests.
Okay, thank you. Defense counsel, do you need a minute to run around the room to get out some of the jitters, maybe a tackle fest? Does everyone want to sort of shake things off and take 2 minutes? There we go, Mr. Sykk. That's what I'm talking about.
Fucking show him, you know?
That's
Punch
the muscle
the
spasm.
lawyer.
Come on, punch the lawyer.
Kill him.
Punch
Kill
the
him.
Get over here, you
Jesus,
Australian.
man. There's a muscle spasm.
Wait, did Crane just
You're
punch
not
the
an
lawyer?
Australian. You're an Australian one, Reggie.
Oh, no, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Christ.
Yes, we're taking a brief recess so everyone can work out some of their ACDC.
Oh my god.
We're working on bingo, man.
Oh my God, how long?
Like, I don't even think I'm going to prison, but
You
get
know how
the
you guys
car ready,
holding up?
man.
Are you guys doing good?
That was opening
Get the car ready, man.
statements.
Get out of here.
How much
Take too
longer is
long.
this?
Hey,
Jesus.
Mr. Listen, come here, Mr. Lang, come here, Mr. Lang, come here.
What'd you say, you know?
the lawyer. Get the car ready.
Listen.
Hold on, I'll get
We're winning this court case, but the problem is that for the boost, I got arrested,
I have a technical
and
question.
I'm gonna bench out again. So before they notice, they're gonna they're
I'm going to bed.
No, I'm not
When
counting
they-
that. That's a separate category.
move.
Nice
Hey
try,
guys,
though.
y'all are on the wrong side. That's the side
Marty
that
just
supports the
took
winning
your
side.
spot.
When they
Marty,
Oh my god.
when we transition and they remove my slinky, we
Is that
go.
an Uwu Cafe worker telling you that?
It's gonna be right another 5 hours.
You
You're
just
gonna
dress like a
sure.
pussy.
Yeah, that's fine.
You are.
That's fine. I got places to be, X.
Okay, then go there.
We're
Then.
getting out of
What do
this
you
one
mean?
for
I'm looking
sure,
at like
man.
20
I don't want to
over
leave you.
here.
I bet you wear a jacket when you go paintball.
Oh my God, this noise. Oh my God.
What did you just say, you goddamn daredevil jacket piece of shit? Is that you, Bubbles?
I love you, cops.
It's Scorpion.
No, no, go ahead and generalize
Who is
this,
that guy
and then I'll
carrying that
generalize
lady?
you. Yeah.
I'm gonna sit here.
Man, I'm gonna say it.
I don't want to drop it on the.
I hope it looks. I hope it tastes as good as you. Ooh, the hat break him.
Yo, I need a foodie.
Yeah, I got you. Come here. All right, there you go, sir.
Hey, you're going.
Hey, Doug.
Hey, you're going easy on him today, Crane.
What's going on?
You're going easy on him today.
No, I don't give harsh contempt when it's at least somewhat funny.
No, I mean about the minutia shit.
No, I think, trust me, Reggie's doing just fine.
He's doing all right. He's giving us a fair trial. What'd you say that, Marty? Is this a fair trial?
You're gonna get a fair trial. That's what you get.
Reggie, this is not fair. You know why? Because Reggie is literally taking the fucking piss on Bass's shiny ass head.
Yeah, true.
It's actually rusting up. I'm not even joking. I literally see the rust coming in.
Hey, FIFA.
I'm not
Yeah.
even trolling.
It does happen.
Yep.
All right.
happening?
Everybody got their ACDC
Fucking
out a
baldy
little
ass
bit.
motherfucker.
Are you two like dating or something?
Defendants,
No,
we're
I
gonna go
told
ahead
you
and
I
have
was
your
like that.
testimony.
Hey,
so you're
hey,
up to
just
go.
one thing.
Alright.
I need you to stop acting like Tom Brady and throwing this bitch like it's across
You two
across the
banging?
goddamn
Hey,
field.
man,
okay?
I need
Just
you to
check this
stop
out.
looking
Marty,
at like
did
fucking.
Let
shoot
Reggie
you.
do his job.
Congratulations.
Let Reggie do his job, alright?
Okay.
No, it's
You done
fine.
now?
Okay,
You done
okay,
now?
Brady,
were
you got it,
interested,
Brady.
like,
You
you
trying to
know,
win the Super Bowl today or
Okay,
something?
you done, Mr. Fucking my grandma dresses me up, motherfucker looking ass. Get the fuck back in the stand. What the fuck?
Cool.
Okay.
Sir, I don't.
Yeah.
That was very rude. You know, you're doing just fine up there. You know, you could be an attorney yourself. You know,
Oh,
if you
thank
wanted.
you.
It wouldn't be very hard for you to get the bar license.
Oh, I mean, I have to get it expunged. Also, I need to talk to Marty. I say, hey, Marty, also these shoes. What are those?
You know, an expungement is pretty easy. You can literally do it after this.
Hey.
Get found guilty, we could just do the expungement right after.
Shit, sorry.
Oh,
Okay,
an expungement, a lawyer.
No,
Shit, I could be GG lawyer.
Mom.
Hey, you heard that, Mr. Sykk?
Why not?
I'm just saying.
There's no way you're getting expunged.
All right.
Maybe I could tell my long lost brother that maybe he needs to get his bar license to help us out.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah.
Blue, shut up.
Hey, do you guys have questions sorted for these two that were recalling?
What the fuck?
Okay, who the fuck threw
Who
a
the
shoe?
fuck did that? Who did that?
What the fuck?
Who threw a fucking
Point
shoe?
at him. Point at him. Snitch on him.
Never happened.
Point at the person.
Point at
X
him.
takes take my shoes, man. Throw it back. Throw it back.
Oh, thank God.
Here, take my shoes and throw it back at them.
It was Ash.
Reggie got George Bushed.
Get him. Get him.
Okay, put
Next
the shoe
person
down.
to throw a shoe, I'll make him eat it.
God, he just cracked his head. Don't you take your gun off me, you son of a bitch.
He's right behind you, Warden.
X have a shoe.
I remember a trial, Reggie, once where the judge insisted payback was fair and that you were allowed to throw your
Two
shoes
gang
at
sticks together.
Oh, you know.
I don't remember why you were the
Yes, sir. All right.
You got this, you know.
You already know he's going to win this.
Excuse me, ma'am.
The judge insisted that you throw your shoes back.
What the fuck is happening, man?
Turnabout is fair play, something like that.
Can we move this on?
Yes.
Yo,
Yeah, let's get cracking.
Can we go catch real terrorists out there instead of fucking wasting our time here?
Alright, do we have
call him
questions for
first.
Demi and that? Have you guys sorted your
John
questions?
Paul, are you saying explosives
for
equals
recall?
terrorism?
Oh, you know what? That's good. I'm
No,
gonna put
no,
the
no.
card
That's what
with
you're
the-
saying, and
yeah.
you're the law, and you know better. So I'm just going with your logic, pal.
Alright, so if we don't
have
have
you ever done that?
questions, why do we recall?
I'm asking.
All right.
So
All
for
of
Demi,
y'all,
we can ask
stop
about
the back and
doubling
forth.
up,
Reggie,
officers
who's
ride
your first
together.
witness?
Are there extra police cars?
Debbie Black.
Pool?
All right. I assume these are going to be
Alright, go ask
limited
the question.
questioning because it's recall. Go ahead, Miss Black.
Yeah, it's gonna be short, Your Honor. We're trying to speed this up.
I thought it was over and we were doing closings and I was so excited.
Is this closing?
I'm
Nice.
Here again.
Close this.
Thank you for coming back, Ms. Black. It's only going to be another 4 to 5 hours for this trial. Don't worry.
No.
It's fine.
So I just have a few questions for you. Have you ever ridden with another officer on patrol?
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance.
Thank you.
No, he's pointing out the fact earlier. She said that her missing her car affects her ability to maintain the peace in the city, and she can't do peace without her car. And he's pointing at this, asking her if she can do her job from somebody else's car by riding along instead.
Now, as much as I appreciate the Gerber spoon treatment, Mr. Paul, let's let the attorney ask the questions and we'll get to the point. I thank you, though, actually. That was actually a salient point. Go ahead, Mr. Birch.
I'll ask again. Have you ever ridden with another officer on patrol?
Yeah, of course.
It was sustained.
And are there any other, are all police cars in use at all times during the day, or are there cars that are available in the motor pool?
There are, but sometimes you grab them out and they're broken and missing doors or they don't have gas, so I don't like to use them.
Does that mean other police officers weren't responsible enough to fix their cars?
Yes.
Don't like doesn't mean
That is
doesn't
a
mean
shame.
can't. Hey, lawyer, ask.
You know, it means willful negligence, yeah.
Okay. So just a follow-up question on that. So it was personal preference that you didn't pull out another police vehicle to go back on duty.
Reggie's always really good about asking follow-up
I
questions.
think
Yeah,
I
he's
was
kind of like me, so
processing the
I
whole-
trust him.
really
I think I
specific.
chose to process it, and then I might have gone 42. I can't quite remember because it was some time ago.
Okay. So you were still able to do your duties as a police officer.
Yeah, I was able to process evidence, but I wasn't able to, like, follow them to the scene as I was
No
taking it.
shot. No.
Okay. It's just again to reiterate.
What the fuck is
personal
that?
preference, you didn't pull the vehicle
Absolutely.
out to use
There's
that
like
for-
180 cars in the fucking motor
Objection
pool.
has been asked and answered.
rebuttal to that is.
Oh Jesus! I've got the point. Move on.
I have a question. I got this.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna reiterate asking better questions. Are we ready, Mrs. What's your name? Black?
Yeah.
Okay, Mrs. Black. Okay. Okay. To the best of your knowledge, how many employees or how many police officers is there in the city?
Is that guy okay over there?
I'm
He's
okay.
like-
I'm okay. Are you okay?
Oh, I mean the. Oh, never mind. Wait,
There's no
what?
one there.
I asked a question. I need an answer.
Sorry, I thought I saw
To
somebody.
the best of your knowledge, how many police officers are there in the city?
I have no idea. There's a lot on the roster.
Approximately?
Approximately, I can't answer that. I don't know the exact number.
Okay. Is it above 200?
I don't know. All I know is there's a lot on the roster, but I couldn't tell you the amount of.
Okay, okay, Sir Crane, she's being absolutely obtuse. Everybody knows approximately about how many in the hundreds. Give us an answer, please. Stop being obtuse.
Look,
Your Honor.
okay, stop.
I need a fucking answer. Is it that hard though?
Wait, here's the thing. If your question to her is how many are there, and she said I don't know, but there's a lot, and you say is it in the hundreds? She's being obtuse. If she can't even in the span of the question of 3 seconds answer you, then that tells me that there's probably more than 50, more than 100. If she can't even come to an
fair
answer.
enough. Then comes my next question. How many officers are on duty at a time, approximately, on average?
Sometimes we have like 10 officers on duty. Sometimes we have 40 officers. It varies by day and
fair
by
enough.
shift.
Thank you. So a 40 would be a maximum or a big amount for a certain day.
That'd be a lot, but usually during shift 2, it's, it's not that much.
To the best of your knowledge, what is the percentage of officers who have their own car at PD?
Falling from the top.
I don't know how many people own their own car. I couldn't tell you that. I don't know.
Are there any cars that you could
Bingo.
use from the motor pool that you don't have? That you don't own?
Objection, Your Honor. Asked and answered.
Nah, it wasn't answered properly. It was not.
Smell your mother.
Is there?
I'm going to sustain it. It was Anderson, Mr. Paul. I've already recorded the fact that she's testified to the fact that there are shared vehicles. Reggie got that out. He's established that it was, he's alleging it was her preference, etc.
Okay, so if you wanted to pursue the whatever was happening, right, you would have been able to, right?
Sometimes you get a car out and it's missing doors and hoods, and I'd have to sit there and go through each shared cruiser to see which one was the least busted as they're actively pursuing something. And when it's a helicopter, you have to pursue it there, or you're just gonna be playing catch up the whole time.
Understood. Then my next question.
So process evidence.
So in the chase of what was possibly at the time, you guys said an alleged terrorist. You said that it was not preferable for you to choose a better car. Is that right?
What?
So it was too hard for you to.
Objection, Your Honor. The leading.
Leading. What was that leading?
So, Mr. Paul, you were basically telling her what you think she should think or what she was doing. You got to ask her question.
Okay. If there's an alleged terrorist on the loose, is it your job to pursue them?
Absolutely, but
Okay.
given our information at the time, all I knew was that my car blew up and people were pursuing it. I didn't know that it had anything to do with terrorism.
Okay, okay, so
Excuse me, in that moment.
so it wasn't terror. Oh, okay, got it. No more questions. I'm good. Thank you, man.
Okay. All right. Anything?
I mean, she threw. She just threw really hard. Did she not?
Which would basically be
that was a pretty big throw.
from the prosecution.
What
Anything to
evidence was
clarify
brought
there?
up later on?
Yeah, just one
that
thing.
actually made what we did now terrorism.
Officer
None.
Black, at the time of the explosion, or shortly after the explosion, while the helicopter was being pursued, at that time,
I'm
were
confused.
you aware of any alleged terrorism?
I wasn't aware of anything
that was throwing up was just re-entering court.
until think it was.
The point is, explosion equals terrorism is no. She says that it's no. And what happened that is more than explosion, terrorism happened that they know of.
Up the fact that this will be good.
It's a simple
with the
thing, dude.
terrorism case. That was the only time I knew that.
I was going to say
it
that
was
on all of the
related to
photos, there's no
terrorism in
timeline.
some way, shape, or
I was
form.
going to say there's no timeline on all of the
Bloom found a
photos.
grenade
There's
in
no
Yuno's
timestamps. There's
That
no
was the
records.
first I had heard about it. Again,
Yeah, I'm correct. Chat is being weird. It is
sometimes
what it is.
information gets lost. Like I said,
Your
I was
Honor.
processing and I think I went off duty.
Your Honor, can I just get a read back of what was said about a grenade found in the car?
Bloom brought up a day later something about finding a grenade in the car. That's when she
Your Honor.
tied it to the alleged terrorism.
Okay, Your Honor, can I have that
in some
stricken
shape
as
or form.
Can I get that stricken from the record, please? I'd like to object to that due to facts not in evidence.
Rebuttal.
Your Honor, it's just a statement of what Bloom said, and just in the context of the question I'm asking her, which is kind of countering the points that some of the questions the defense asked of. Just trying to establish that at the time of the explosion and the moments afterwards, she was unaware it was terrorism.
Yes, so he did say she did say brought up Reggie, so it is simply her referring to what she recollects Bloom allegedly saying. In this case, as Bloom is here, there's no hearsay, so I'm going to allow it. But again, Reggie, I understand your point, and I also understand that I'm simply weighing statements here. So for the limited value it has, I will consider it. Go ahead.
I don't have any further questions, Your Honor.
Okay. Miss Black, I believe you were through. You can step down.
What about? Do we have any follow-up?
Next witness, Reggie.
I don't.
For her this time.
Your Honor, I'm just trying to think if we have anything else for follow-up questions for Miss Black, since she was our witness.
Oh, do you want me to? Sorry, do you want me to?
There was only one.
Yeah, and there's actually two, but let me just.
Is this about the end or what?
I don't think that we need to.
I mean, for that limited scope, do you really have anything you want to clear up?
No, I don't.
I had a couple of things, but I'm good.
Okay, you
Miss
can
Black
go for it. We can do it.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine, Your Honor.
All right. Okay.
It's just going to be reiterating points you already understand.
Fucking pervert! Don't do that, dumb fuck. What is happening, man?
Next witness.
Here, smell your mother and your father.
Mr. Paul.
Because you can't win against us in there, you try to win against him in here?
Bass,
What
Bass,
is that?
Bass,
Paul
Bass.
D.
Well, if she's ever seen another black frogger before, and I don't know, it's not going to be helpful. I don't think.
I think that's an irrelevant question.
Yeah, I'd count it.
All right, I'm gonna.
Bingo.
I don't need him as a witness.
What's happening?
X, do you want to?
We good?
Do you want to testify?
Well, I don't want to get any charges
like
though.
3 hours.
I want to get 0 charges though, like 0. And I feel like if we win this, they're gonna go up with the rest, which is all the bullshit. And judging is gonna be like
only.
And
They
just
said
gonna
the
go with
only
it.
thing they're going for is terrorism, right? They're not trying to prove anything else.
Okay,
But the judges can downgrade if they prove that he was the one that threw the grenade.
No.
So that's what I'm saying. If you testify, then it leaves it open for them to ask you questions. Sorry, Your Honor, I won't be long.
This would take like 3 hours. There's no point. Let's just go with anti-terrorism and we're chilling.
Okay, so do you want to testify or not?
No, I mean, if
Do you just want to run it and see what happens from here?
Yeah, he's getting
what could
downgraded,
possibly go wrong?
and if we get charged, I'll get the boys to fucking get me the fuck out, and then we'll just run out.
My car's right
and then
outside.
we're just gonna
I
get a
pick you
warrant
up.
for the rest, which I don't give a shit about. I just want to have a warrant for terrorism. That's all.
All right, so
could
I
literally
reckon
just
what
do
we
an
do.
expungement.
Yeah, we'll lose him
after.
easy.
No, he's
man.
not
My
gonna. He's
car's
not gonna get an
outside, fully
expungement. That's not even a thing.
Oh no, don't worry. I have like a million charges.
All right, so I think what we do is we don't even get you to bother testifying.
Nah,
we
no,
just wrap this up.
yeah,
do a
wrap it
closing
up.
and that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
shit.
it's fine. I'll talk to Mr. Lang about it.
Thank you.
Your Honor.
Mr. Lang, I gotta talk to you. Come here.
Mr. Paul and Yuno are both playing the fifth on this, and what we'll do is we'll move to close.
Okay.
Get the guy with the notepad to move
We're gonna
out.
speed this up for you, Your Honor. I think we've all half enough about.
And
the
notepad
same
guy,
thing.
can you move out a little bit? I need to talk to my guy.
Mr.
Hey, sir. Give us some fucking space, sir.
Alright, punch him in the fucking face.
Hey, what the hell, Reggie?
Give him an extra to get thrown at someone.
Okay, listen. So I'm not gonna waste any time in here. If I testified, I would get no charges, 0, right? But it will take 2 hours, right? So I'd rather just we're gonna move this on to I plead the fifth, right? And the judge is gonna remove terrorism, and he's probably gonna downgrade to other bullshit, right? And I don't want to go to jail at all. So get some cuffs, and whenever it says a verdict that we're not getting in for terrorism, right? We get other shit. Uncuff him from the table and get me the fuck out of here, alright, pal?
Just run. Listen, when they go to cuff you, just break the cuffs and start running.
I can't break them, you fucking moron shithead. I cannot break them.
Also seen.
What the fuck you want me to do about it?
Okay, get the keys from an officer, any of them. Get the key. Jump up and just uncuff me from the table, alright? Just do the thing properly.
All right, Marty, you got that, Marty?
Yeah, you got that?
From the evidence, it's clear. No, they did. But why did they do it? To listen to officer testimony, to consider.
We're not getting terrorism. This is happening.
We have.
No, there's no motive. 2 men tired of having their freedom, their fun thwarted by the police, wish to punish the institution, constantly punishing. A punishment via the destruction of government property designed to distract, destabilize, and demoralize those
which they could not prove or establish at all ever in a court case. They failed. GG.
This was a one step in a process, a single battle in an ongoing war waged to rid these men of a police force that is constantly in their way. The state operates on a balance. Anarchy seeks to abolish the state, in order that every person may be free to do as they will. But society is likely then to fall into reign of total chaos.
This guy's falling apart like a fucking stack of cards, bro.
The hell they want, and there is no one to enforce any kind of rule, then what's to stop someone from murdering this guy? That pretty much stomps on his rights, does it not? So the state seeks to balance people like Jean Paul and Yuno Sykk threats to the balance by destroying police property and destabilizing the ability of the police to enforce the law and keep the peace.
Prove it.
Did you see the hand gesture he just did at us?
You mean this one or that one?
Send it home. He's done. Send it home.
That one?
You got this.
He fucked my mom?
Crane, you good to go on?
Hey, bro, this is your wife at night, man.
Fuck your life! Bing bang!
Joe. Who was that?
It was one of the ones with the fuckboy haircut.
It was one of the ones in the gallery.
No one else would say bing bong unless they're
Mike S'more. Point who said that shit now.
The fuck if I know?
He was one that did it. He did it. He did it.
No, it wasn't Michael. That's why I asked him.
I already did that.
We actually found who asked this time. That's actually kind of crazy.
What the fuck?
I am the one who knocks. Okay. Go ahead, Miss
Sorry,
Fitzpatrick.
Sorry,
if I find out who said that shit, you're getting contempt. Go ahead.
No.
Get out of here.
No, get out of
Go.
here. Get out of 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 here. What are you doing?
Come on, let's go.
Who's
Let's
this?
go.
I don't even know this guy. I don't know this guy. Who the fuck is this guy? What is he doing here?
Madara Uchiha.
Way too early, man. Yo, why didn't fucking Lang explain to him properly?
If the prosecution
Didn't get the verdict yet.
cannot prove political intent nor religious intent, and has not, and there is no evidence for intent, we simply ask this court to affirm the burden of proof has not been met. Finding Mr. Paul and Mr. Sykk guilty would need to not only ignore the lack of physical evidence, but also affirm that attacks upon government entities are inherently political. They're the destruction or infrastructural resources necessary to society. However, given that vagary is not a successful deterrent for individuals who may commit simple vandalism or even destruction of government property on when the line has been crossed into terrorism, we ask the court to not affirm the lengthy sentences nor heavy fines recommended by the prosecution. The prosecution questioned a witness as an explosive expert, but then asserted the same witness's opinion was that of a layperson. The reports indicated GSR tests for both individuals were negative. Personal preference was the reason for not continuing duties for a single officer. No other officer's duties were hindered nor hampered. Other vehicles were available after said incident occurred. None of the photos in the evidence have timestamps nor confirm any timelines. Simply put, the burden of proof has not been sufficiently met unless this court affirms intent, identity and presence need not be proven in terrorism against government entities. The court today, should it ignore the lack of evidence and focus solely on the charge, has two questions here before it. Is the political agenda achieved through the very act of extreme violence and intimidation that occurs when a government entity experiences destruction, disruption, or disabling inherent thereof? And was the destruction of 2 vehicles with no disruption thereof police activities sufficient? This cannot be as testimony was heard today. The vagueness within the penal code otherwise is unenforceable.
I think we're gonna get downgraded on.
We have unreliable testimony by officers unable to recall crucial details.
To do this in the future as well.
If the effective disruption of police resources for political aims is terrorism,
yeah, they tried that like twice before already, yeah, but they didn't push terrorism.
For wasting their own time. Thank you, Your
If
Honor.
we get a ruling on this in our favor, it means that the destruction of a government vehicle in the future.
Yeah, people can use my trial, yeah, for sure.
The last sentence was a Bridgie. It was like a Bridgie classic. It was a zinger. I accused the prosecution.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna go back and deliberate. Thank you for your presence
classic,
and your time. Normally, I would say you can leave because it's a complicated case. I'll probably be able to come back with a result on this one in the next 10-15. So stick around if you want. Otherwise,
that's easy. He's already made up his mind. We're getting out of 10-15 minutes. He's made up his mind.
That's real fast.
10-15.
Hey, Mr. Paul.
What's up, man?
So you have a warrant out for arrest for what happened before this. I'm not gonna give you jail time. I'll give you time served and the fine. Are you okay with that?
How much is that fining?
20 grand. Pretty expensive.
What the fuck?
Oh, we'll talk about it after then.
Yeah, I know you're gonna run.
I'm not gonna run. Why would I run?
Well, I'm not talking about the terrorism case. I'm talking about afterwards, okay?
I don't run from a fight. I take it like a man.
What the fuck?
Okay, I mean, you can take the fine right now and no time in jail, or you could run away and have a warrant out for arrest.
Or you can just wait till this court case is done and we focus on this court case and you fuck off back.
Well, we have
to the
15
side.
minutes. That's what I'm saying. I can knock it out right now.
Okay, okay.
Or
what are the charges?
you can just fuck off back to
What are the charges? I want to hear, man. I want to say blabble.
Kidney stones or something?
It's not blabble. It's somebody else's warrant. I'm just reading off for you.
Oh, okay. So you're worried that he's just
Give me
gonna
one
spray
second.
everywhere.
I gotta talk to you about something important.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. It's gonna be GTA, 3 counts, attempted murder.
3 counts.
In class. Yep. Possession of stolen property in 3rd degree and 3 times accomplice kidnapping.
But
time served or what?
like the fact that you
Yeah, time served
Yeah,
is
but
only the
20k in
fine.
fines. Listen. I don't know what happened over there. I'm not gonna plead guilty. Since I'm murderized, I'm not gonna say shit. But if you give me my dongle back, we can maybe think about it.
Or something?
You don't? I don't have it. I'm not the arresting officer. That's the thing. I'm just serving a warrant right now.
Probably in evidence.
What? You think Yuno is being like a mustard consistency?
What kind of
You wanna
dongle
go
is
check?
it?
Would you like to ask
It's my
him
black dongle.
how
It says a
he's
Go
being?
41 best cop. I'm not kidding.
Okay, I can ask the officer. So if I give you back your dongle, you take this guilty plea, and you take the whole thing.
You damn straight.
Okay, all right, I can ask.
Damn straight, sir.
Man, you're so tall. What the fuck?
No, it's
Oh no, you're
free. We're free, man. We're out of here. No chance of getting in trouble for this.
Are the birds on or
Are you
fuck with
checking
them?
his bean?
How you looking at? You
Birds
beat
on.
these
Get the
dumb
helicopter.
motherfuckers?
The what?
Plan is to go. Are we doing the plan?
Yes,
We're
yes.
going, we're
Let
going.
him give the verdict. Let him give the verdict first.
Run to the car. It's right by the front door.
Brother.
Can I please?
Listen,
Yes.
listen. I would rather have a warrant and go down with a fight than to fucking give him the money. 20k in fines? Fuck all that bullshit, piece of shit. I'm not.
Just listen. Just get ready to run to the fucking car.
I'm a fucking god amongst men. I don't fall to petty bullshit. I can take the warrant for 3 days. We don't have to go to not to jail for 3 days. We're chilling.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine. It's not your birthday. Don't talk to me.
20k?
Sebastian,
Fuck no.
concluding that I
Fuck
sit
20k.
down.
Right when they announce
Did I
the
not
verdict, we
wrap
start
God?
running for
Sorry,
it.
Yeah.
I just need to know. I didn't rap God, right? I tried so hard to keep pacing. I was literally metronoming.
Okay, Mr. Paul, I got the officers coming down right now. Bring the dongle.
Really?
You want me to bill you? I'll give it to you. Yes.
Okay.
Anyone don't see?
I'll accept it when I see it. I want to see it the first though.
The dongle.
You gotta trust me, Mr. Paul. I'm not trying to fuck you over here.
I want to see it. I want to see it because it has to be the right one. If it's not, it's not gonna work.
Who's malnourished?
Mr. Paul, do you trust me? Yes or no?
So thank you for that.
You should just trust him. Mr. Bass is usually...
Yeah, I'm not trying to
legit.
fuck you over. Trust me. I'm not just doing that. All right? I'm gonna bill you and give you a dongle afterwards. Simple as that. Okay?
Okay, sure. If you give it to me.
Has he ever been young?
All right. Like I said, it's gonna be a $20,000 fine. It's pretty heavy.
Sure.
What?
Damn.
What I do? The cops. Wait, are
Here's
you
your
a
bill.
snitch?
I'll go get the dongle. Come
Are
back.
you a
Thanks.
snitch?
Hey, what's the bill for?
Hey, was I
20,000?
not supposed to do the thing yet? Was I
No, not
go
yet.
to-
We
we
have
go
to get
to
the verdicts
the chain of
first.
command.
We're gonna see.
I got the keys right now.
Okay, yeah, but not yet. If he gets a verdict and he downgrades to something else, the terrorism, yes. If it's full acquitted, then no, don't anything.
99% certain we're gonna win this.
Okay.
We're running, man.
It's
We're
alright.
running.
If Demi Black was in charge of
100%
your
we're
I think you're gonna win this
Be
bitch.
ready.
though.
Yeah,
You gotta
but
be ready,
think,
man. We're
I think
running.
you finna win this bitch.
brother, he's gonna downgrade. He's gonna downgrade.
He's gonna
Alright, here we go.
downgrade. We still get... Oh,
Here you go. I'm the
Aw,
ground.
thank you,
The
man.
weather is so sad.
oh thanks.
Oh,
He's
you
gonna
might lose it when
downgrade.
you
We
run
gotta
out,
run.
though.
He's
When you
still
grab
gonna
your
hit him
shit.
with-
So
Okay,
give
can-
it to somebody else for time being.
What do you mean? Equal rights. equal
Give it to like Marty or Buddha.
No,
Bullshit,
Nah,
though.
Guys, listen. Officer outside already. We gotta make this quick, man. They're already outside looking at our fucking cars and
brother,
shit.
we're not even
Yeah, we'll be
acquitted
good.
yet.
We'll be good.
We need the verdict first. We need the verdict.
Yeah, I know. We're trying to buy time, but they're already outside all over the fucking place, man.
Take my donkey dongle.
I'll take it.
He does believe that the police don't have what they need for terrorism. And he's just
Been here for 3 fucking hours. I want to see
Go
the...
41 best cop. Is that you?
Yeah?
I would not expect you to make that in name.
Listen, yesterday there was a scuff happened, and the cop took my dongle, and it was Go 42 dogshit cop, and because of scuff, he let us go. So I said, I'm gonna have one dongle named Go 41 best cop as an honor. That's my only, the
What
only.
was his name?
I don't know, Svensson or something.
Vincent?
Svensson or some shit.
Oh, it's Vincent.
Yeah, it was Svensson. It's the only dongle that's gonna be like that though.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. So are we going?
Yeah, we're waiting for the verdict.
Is it happening now?
Yeah, in like 5 minutes. If he downgrades, if he says,
Couple minutes.
I find him not guilty of this, but guilty of this, yeah, you come in and I'm coming in. We get the fuck out of here, brother.
Yeah, then we run.
Okay.
We run.
Okay.
Right after they're done announcing it.
Okay. Are you sure they're gonna cuff you to the table?
Nah, yeah, I'm.
Of course not.
No, just uncuff me right now. Uncuff me right now, then.
Yeah, I'll cuff him right now.
Oh, you're cuffed right now?
Yeah, I'm slinky, motherfucker.
He is. They never cuffed me.
Hey, go.
There. Okay, now I'm not gonna run. I'm chilling. Listen, make sure it's still tight on my foot. You know, it's still there. But it's just loosened, you know? Yeah, is it good? Is it still there?
I'm Gucci.
Okay. I'll
Listen. You just gotta like do this. If you do this, it'll loosen it all.
Yeah,
up,
okay,
you
got
know,
it.
Okay.
I was there for the prosecution.
Yes, so was I. Sorry to hear that.
Right, so when do we start running? Right when he starts announcing other charges, or
When you
like
see me
after?
T-pose,
Okay, when you T-pose, we run.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually want to.
Just get ready to look at me whenever you start saying some bullshit.
It's about to happen.
All right, let's kind of
Anything interesting?
My name is
stand
Sebastian.
like closer to the door. Less place to run.
Can you spell your last name for me? I can't see.
Yuno didn't do it. He's innocent.
Who the fuck are you?
Oh no.
I don't know why you lads are nervous.
Hey, is
You
that
need to be
Gary
nervous.
in course?
I'm innocent.
Hello, statement. It didn't show up.
Of
course not.
Innocent.
We got a
The
plan.
fuck? Why would he not
We
be
got a
innocent?
plan.
Yeah, I've never
Where's
crimed in my
Gary
life,
Gary? He
bro.
wrote a
Gotta make
statement.
a
How did he
break
show up
for
to
that.
court?
Hey, they can't prove it. No face, no case, man. It is what it is,
I
brother.
don't see Gary anywhere.
Okay.
Hey guys, how's the case
Oh,
going?
hey there, Garrett.
The fuck is he doing?
Uh-oh.
He's coming. I hear the door. I hear the doors.
Hemorrhoids.
Oh god,
What?
he's gonna get.
What's
He's
your
going to
verdict,
jail.
man?
He's going to jail.
He's going to jail.
You better go to jail, man.
Someone arrest him. He can't use that.
Marty's about to give him more time than execute him.
Oh.
That's not my problem.
I just saw that man's face hit the desk.
Your personal dog?
This is as high as you can get.
Excuse me?
Hey, guy up top, man.
It's all clear. Good job.
Hey. Hey, Judge. I hope this is gonna register in your mind when I win today, man. So you should stop disrespecting me when I come in your court of law, partner.
Partner?
Partner doesn't have an O in it.
Let that sink in, partner.
Yeah, and this court case doesn't have a W for the cops either. Scumbag.
No, you got it. It's got a W for the crimes.
Guys, we're playing the long game. That's what you don't understand, okay? We're playing 5D
the long
chess
game.
here.
If this gets proven, you know that we could use this later on for everything we do, partner.
It's all about the case law, Mr. Paul.
No, this is a reference case. This is a big one.
Exactly, right.
It's a reference
That's
against you.
That's the whole purpose of bringing this to court, right?
Is
See
that...
what happens.
Of what?
I mean, it's like testing the waters. See how, you know, see what happens with, attacking Michelle Biddy with the explosive.
Oh, it's just wasting people's time.
Allegedly, Mr. Bass.
Allegedly, yeah.
It's not wasting people's time. Wasting people's time is throwing a hut charge and waiting for them to go on bail and then having this whole shenanigan go down.
Wow.
But
You know,
instead,
switches in the courtroom, sir. That's rude. That's very rude, Bass.
But instead, we just had a court case and you show up and you hear it, guilty or not guilty, you walk out. Simple as that, right?
Simple as that. I could have been making $100,000.
Mr. K right here. Why don't you say that again, Bass? Talking
I already told Mr. K how I feel, okay?
That man sexually harassed me. It's proven in court.
And you liked it.
Fucking weirdo.
And you liked it.
Shit. This is
Fucking
true.
sick bastard.
It's a little bit fucked up, Bass. Even for you.
You don't know the full story.
I don't need to know the full story.
Oh, did you do bingo? What's up, bub? Bingo. Yeah. Hey, I put a. Wait, I put it everywhere.
I didn't get
if you
bingo.
go there, you'll see bingo.
Oh, there you go. Now you.
Oh.
There you go. Text it to me.
Well, I can't text because I don't have phone here.
Sucks to suck.
Yeah, you think I can make it back? I'm good enough?
Jesus Christ, Hannah.
Nope.
Sorry, I'm used to having one.
When anybody harasses dog and they
Passing out due to hunger.
He
No one
said
did.
10:15.
Wrong objection. You know, running out of court.
Oh no.
Your mom joke, which we didn't hear yet.
What happened?
Oh,
Terrorism.
no, actually,
Falling
Richard, he made it your mom joke.
Wait, so,
It was made right at the beginning, so unfortunate.
you could be innocent, and then what?
I'm innocent. I'm acquitted. This is over.
Did you go to jail for this or no?
Nope.
Or did they just let you go like originally?
They let me go initially.
Oh, that's a freaking good deal.
It's why the prosecution was really dumb about this. Because the prosecution...
hey, you know...
Fucking an idiot.
Oh, this guy is terrible.
Clear the hallway a little in case we have to run.
In case you have to what?
Yeah, off while we're talking.
In case we have to eat the bun? Yeah, I'll eat your bun. Yeah, I'll eat your bun. What do you mean run? What does that mean? Not, he meant bun.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
We'll be fine, yeah.
Thanks, Mr. K.
You want to eat his bum?
His bun.
Sorry.
Are you complimenting Jean Paul's buns?
No, his bun.
When you're learning and... I think they're gonna eat the head, but
You know what?
know the judges always.
You know, does have a nice bum.
Yeah, it was
live in court.
Hey, let's see what you do with that thing. Throw it back, you know.
I think so.
Twerk it. Let's see what you got.
What?
Twerk it.
You're gonna find me.
You know, start twerking.
I don't mean to be that hard on him.
I don't know how to. Oh,
He talks himself into making.
I think he.
Anything's possible with buns like those.
I can't get a grenade in here.
It's been 10 already?
Sherry, remember?
He's breaking under pressure. He can't twerk.
Just like you don't have a phone
Yeah,
in here,
it's
they
like
don't have a
he's
grenade.
Bang a little bit.
You have a lot of energy.
People spy in there.
Yeah,
I feel smushed, but I'm fine with it because it's between two women.
You know, was a man. What are you talking about?
I don't know, but if someone actually holds the door open and throw a grenade in, everyone will die.
No, you can't do that.
Oh.
Exactly.
Oh, you've tried?
Nope. I'm just saying you can't.
I think that you just
You can't do it.
pure spasms. Let it wear off before the
You guys might want to. Yeah, lucky. I want to move out of the way.
It's you can, but you can't. You can't. You cannot.
Go
ahead.
But yeah.
That is what I'm talking about, John Paul. Throw
See?
it back, baby.
See, I'm throwing it back for you, baby.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yes, sir.
That ass is tight.
It's
Max,
tight, all right.
Keep shaking it.
I'm gonna keep it
I'm
tight.
gonna go there.
Join him.
You know, winners twerk.
Chat, how do you do the dance thing? What is it? Strip? What is that? Is it dance?
That's, you know what they say, man. Twerking brings out all the best in you.
I've never heard someone say that.
That's why you're in a wheelchair.
Whoa! What the fuck?
It's lap dance? No shot.
What the fuck?
Wow.
You heard it here first, guys.
That was insane. And
Oh,
I'm
sheesh.
That was like a real George Green thing to say.
Kratos.
Piggyback ride.
I still don't see him. I'm so
I
sad.
see him now. You're not missing out on much.
No, I am. He's hot.
Which way on Crane now? What is he gonna do? Acquitted of everything, or do you think he's gonna downgrade it?
Oh no.
Oh, I think we're gonna be clean. Squeaky clean.
No, I think we get downgraded 100%.
They can't even. They can't. They have no evidence that the plane ever landed.
I know somebody
As
that's
far
been
as they know,
conquesting for the pussy.
The plane never stopped. We weren't
Let
even.
me smash.
That guy right there.
Maybe.
Did the plane land or did you guys jump out?
We jumped out
We
midair.
jumped
happened?
out. It landed in the ocean, man.
Allegedly.
In the sea or in
Allegedly.
the inland sea or in the ocean?
Literally
Stab
in
City,
the water,
Stab City.
man. That thing's gone.
All right.
It was like, unless they were like brought a scuba diving submarine, extracted the plane from the bottom of the lake.
Yep.
I mean,
And literally landed on fucking SpongeBob's house. I'm telling you, man. Now.
it'd be easier to find the Loch Ness monster, I tell you.
Yeah, fuck that monster
That plane
thing.
was gone.
Oh boy.
Maybe the Loch Ness monster's living in it now, like a little house, little hat.
Yeah,
for it.
like a hermit crab. Yo, Crane is stalling.
I think it'll be
No,
like
Crane is
maybe 5
writing
more
up
minutes.
everything.
You guys just got lucky from what I'm hearing from Bass, guys. Apparently there was supposed to be a Gary Berry officer here that they never even told he was supposed to be here, and it threw the whole case for you guys.
To be fair,
He
Gary
wasn't
Berry
summoned.
is a
It was,
pussy.
he just wrote a report that.
Hey,
never got
Bass,
added there.
look at all the hot women that came to see me in court, man.
I'm a
Goodbye,
man,
Mr. Paul,
sir.
you're a playboy. What can I tell you?
I'm a man.
I don't think they're sleeping with him. I think
They're all on my side.
Are you about to explode their face like you did with Knight? Never mind.
Oh my god.
Mr. Paul, I think Mr. Bass
Hold
is
on a
only
second. Is that
attracted to
Omar?
Mr. K.
Fuck?
No, not Omar.
God, hey there, Omar. How are you doing?
God damn it,
Omar?
Chief,
It's
you're
been a
Omar.
while since I've
Nope.
seen you, Omar.
Are you wanted? Is he wanted?
No, I'm not.
No.
Is there?
I just woke up at the hospital and had 3 phone calls from Omar.
That's a weird place to wake up with phone
It
calls.
said I
dude.
was shot outside my
Hey,
house.
Bess, can I borrow you?
And then no one
It's
went.
gotta be
Kratos,
almost done.
can you
It's
get the
gotta be.
hell off my freaking shoulders? I can't.
Yo, my
that
my
sounds
fucking
like a you
ETVV
problem,
is
man.
fucking going crazy mode now. I can't fucking hold him in.
He's been drinking.
I'm about to
check my
start going
house to pick up
fucking
his-
nuts out here, man.
Man, you would have
How much I mean to the PD.
What are you wearing, by the way? You don't know who this is? This is the only one, the individual, 2-time champion. Exactly.
No.
Doc.
I can't.
Fine, where the fuck do you think you're going?
You know how many times Doug has prevented me from getting shot during Hell Week? Because somebody I've had people roll up to me and be like, "Who is this?" And I say,
What
"It's
the
Naveen."
fuck?
I'm like, "You're the one."
Attached to your temple.
So would you like to be murdered?
Here's the real trick.
Hey yo, hey
The
yo.
helicopter.
Let him know,
As part of the
Kratos.
escape plan, we're gonna fly
Honestly,
straight back to
this point, it
MRPD,
might
throw
be
another
a
grenade.
blessing.
Hey, actually, hear that?
Hey yo, yo, hey yo.
We run out of the courtroom in another helicopter, back to MRPD, lob another grenade back in.
Yeah,
to
I'm
Team
not
West.
doing that. But listen, hey, how about we go punt the fucking thing over there?
I make
Wait,
a
the
lot
what?
of connections.
Bobby, make space.
come
Go
here.
ahead, April. Go next.
I've never seen him run through a door.
Where did all the cops
Oh,
go?
of course, right next to Marty. Just can't get enough of him, huh?
All these LSPD cowards and turncoats.
Well, you know, of
Where is
course,
it?
I was just making sure.
This fucking thing.
You know?
I'm
you guys are
gonna-
pushing
I'm
me
gonna
out.
change real quick. Be right back.
Come back quick, Mari.
Calm your down.
I want to be next.
Calm
to
your
Garrett.
down.
Hey.
Calm your down.
What?
Hey, what's happening?
What about me?
I don't know why.
How are we gonna break out of here? Look how many fucking people are.
It's gotta be almost done by now, right?
Yeah, I'm about ready, man. I'm about to start fucking punching. I'm about to
All these men keep throwing.
fucking punch him, man.
Jesus.
Yeah, I finna snap and I finna snap.
He's living his best life.
I'm having great time.
I am very.
I'm having a fucking seizure inside.
Huge.
Clear the runway, guys. I feel like this is gonna be you.
What do you mean, Shelly's?
I think they're gonna be innocent.
On me.
Of course we're
For
innocent.
how long this is
They're
taking?
innocent.
For sure getting out of here.
tell me you just
If we're not innocent,
We actually didn't do it. You know what I'm saying?
we're gonna go beat up.
This was actually
Beat him up.
Allegedly.
Beat him up. How about,
For legal reasons, it's a joke.
hey, what if we cause a fucking brawl?
Does anyone know where Emily
You
is?
want to?
That would be pretty crazy.
A fucking brawl, like
Fuck it, let's do it.
just everybody starts fucking slamming.
Slapping. Oh man, everyone starts slamming each other.
Or-
I am
No.
so down.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Just surround everybody.
You
Just
must have a
Everyone
keyword
just
for
fucking
this
slamming
line.
each other like.
yo, let's fucking wait. Just fucking mosh pit the place.
it's a guilty verdict. We will.
Oh fuck yeah, then get out the
I
way.
promise you, if this thing goes south, I'm gonna freaking start slamming.
All right. If they want to get into this, why
You
not?
had that mask this whole time?
Punch each other.
No, I don't.
Think of the
Yeah,
headline.
if we get guilty,
Orgy in the
right,
courtroom.
everybody floods and we're just gonna start fucking blasting everybody. Just fucking like mosh pit brawl.
Why is everyone so horny here?
I got a
Guilty
shoe, man. I
verdict.
got a shoe. I'm ready. I'm ready.
I think we've spent too much time. We've spent too much time in this courtroom.
Got a little too close.
We're a little too close.
Tony over here talking about sucking dick. Like, what?
It's been a guilty verdict, and next thing you knew, the whole courtroom started slamming.
No, God.
Now, you need to listen though. You need to listen.
I'll sneak out.
So happy. Come on, Bobby.
13 hours.
Hey, Caddis.
It's not the mayor
No, what's up,
guy.
Cash?
Not
Hey, the
Who
mayor.
is that? Who is
helmet
that?
guy. Trying to get ACDC. I'm
Who?
freaking out.
You?
Juno's
Yeah, who are
crawling.
you?
Obviously, that's
Juno's
Lisa,
crawling on the
who are
fucking
you?
ground with no
Tony,
shoes.
Lisa, what? Are you
calm the
CG?
fuck down.
No.
You can still do that.
You got the
Kratos, why
state
are
guy
you
and the
in
time
LA,
guy
bro?
freaking out.
What about you? Who are you?
Police officer.
Here he comes. Here he comes.
We're
Step forward,
ready,
Bubbles.
everybody.
Step forward, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Did it not occur in here? Right?
Oh,
So you
thank
still
God.
have accidents.
Oh my God, Crane's coming. Crane's coming. He's so dreamy.
You need the drum? You need the drum?
He's so dreamy. We
Tomorrow,
love Crane.
still gonna save Lizzie's life. Okay, good.
Okay.
Yeah,
period.
there he is. There's Crane.
What? There we go.
Yeah.
Ready?
That guy's a piece of shit. Okay, here we go. So, thank you all for your time, your presence, your effort. I will make special note here that there were a number of people who were trying to be here but were not able to because of being sick. Our wishes and thoughts are with them for their safe return into this city.
Yeah.
As it comes down to the people in this room, thank you for doing your best. I understand some of you are operating on either very little sleep or very little preparation for this case. I thank all of you for that. You've done a great job. Now, in terms of the case, okay, I want to make this very clear for everyone because this will contextualize my ruling. There are only 2 charges being levied in this case today. In this docket case, there are only 2 charges that have been filed. Mr. John Paul has been charged with terrorism. Mr. Yuno Sykk has been charged with accomplice to terrorism. That is it. Now, in order to establish the basic foundation of terrorism, we look at the charge. The use of extreme violence and intimidation. Is a grenade extreme violence? Is it intimidation when you throw it at someone? Yes. Now, that's very simple to establish. Were John Paul and Yuno Sykk present in a helicopter? Was there a chase? Was there some kind of explosive device? Well, we have pictures of a helicopter. We have people who match the description. We have identification, positive IDs by officers that tie them to that scene due to an extended chase and being arrested. Is this perfect documentation? No. Are there a lot of holes in the prosecution's evidence? Yes. However, it really doesn't matter.
We're
to
fucked,
me
brother.
because
You ready?
I'm not here to see if they recklessly evaded or criminally use explosives or
You're not
any
here
of these
about any of
things.
that. It's here about
I'm
terrorism.
only here to
You
see
need
if
political
they're
intent.
guilty of terrorism. And in terms of terrorism, the more important consideration is, did they use the extreme violence and the intimidation in such a way that would pursue the destabilization, destruction, or disruption of the
Which they didn't.
Chase down and cut, so how they
for
prove
political
case in
or
points,
religious
case in
means
points, if you
or
will.
motives. So here's how I come out on this, and I will give a little context here prior to the final answer to that question. We in the DOJ have been discussing the recent spate of attacks against PD in this jurisdiction. We are aware of bingo games and all these other things that have been happening. Yes, I go to PD meetings. Yes, I have heard about this shit. In terms of attacking the PD for no reason, right now, the only thing the PD are really pushing in between attempted murder, government employee, and criminal use of explosives, and anything else is terrorism, which is a HUT charge which causes these large trials. However, it is often almost impossible to prove the political or religious motivation without extensive and thorough documentation, and that creates a problem for the burden of proof. However, there must be a way to deter these actions, as I would call them, being an asshole and throwing a grenade at PD for no reason, or a reason that is simply articulated as like Hell Week or whatever you want to call it, Magnum season, whatever. Here's the point. There are things being considered that would change that dynamic, where terrorism would not be the only charge for this kind of action, and there would be a middle ground between just simply either throwing someone in on a HUT or giving them an attempted murder government employee charge and throwing them away for 40 months. So that will be considered, and I will talk to PD about that after. In terms of terrorism, there is not enough in this case to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that John Paul and Yuno Sykk committed terrorism because the and the motives are not able to be proven, and this is not terrorism, period.
Nice, well done to Mr. Yuno.
Free.
Yeah.
Bass, I want to talk to you. Come here.
Look at all those terrorists in the peanut gallery. Look at them.
Those are my terrorists.
They did it. Here's the biggest one of them all in a DOC uniform.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, baby.
I'm guilty. I'm not guilty. Yeah, there's so many people.
He's free. He's free.
F the police, dog.
Move back!
Actually free.
Get the fuck out of the way!
Yeah, guys. I just jumped over the counter.
Let's play bingo.
I can't fucking get out!